Hey, everybody. It is Tuesday. It's From the Barracks. I'm your host, Joker of Players Wanted. With me is the man, the myth, the legend of the shortest stature but biggest heart, Greg Paparisi from Dead End Outfitters.
What's
All
going
right,
on?
guys. We're going to have a pretty interesting show. First and foremost, we need to celebrate something. It's been 1 year, a little over a year. We hit our 1 year mark for Papa and I co-hosting this show every single week, almost without fail. I think we've only missed 1 week, maybe two, since we started this. Which also
missed. I had to skip out on one or two. I know for sure, but altogether, I don't think the show has really missed more than.
I think it's only been two. It's only been two streams that we haven't done on there, and this all started because of the pandemic. As oddly as it sounds, but you know, the pandemic is what caused us to do this. We filled a hole for not having anything to do for airsoft for a few months, and I started with battery from Assault and Battery Airsoft, and then we brought Papa on like about a month and a half, 2 months later, and then since then it's been a pretty common feature or staple, as you would. So we're going to be talking some things tonight. We're going to start off with Call Wars. Then we're going to jump into Dollar Theater. So for those of you who don't know, instead of it calling Cheaterville, we decided to call it Dollar Theater, or Where's My Dollar? And it pretty much helps settle on-field disputes, which will then go right into one of the next topics I really want to talk about, which is what I believe it was Warzone Airsoft in the UK decided that they were not going to allow cheater videos anymore, which I thought was rather interesting. With their stance and all that. So, because how are you going to ban somebody for just putting up a video? But anyways, and
that one, that's an interesting one to me too. So
yeah, and then if we have time, we're going to go into another subject, which is about how people or fans of a field can actually be more detrimental to a field's reputation, and especially their online presence, than not. So. And then we're going to finish up with talking a little bit more about Colony Wars, and then we're going to get. I still have to pack the trailer up tonight, so we're probably not going to spend full 3 hours, hopefully, but we know the way this goes.
Famous last words.
Famous last words.
I do want to say one thing while we're waiting for people to come on and all that, and I want to preface it too a little bit. I don't know. I'm not going to speak for every field owner, but coaches, teachers, things like that. I equate myself with that. When I'm on the field, God, I look tiny and old and whatever. It's a different view for me with this.
Newsflash.
You should say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. I try to teach. I try to treat the kids like my own when I'm on the field, and by that I mean abandon them as much as possible. Terrible. No, I try to and watching them grow over the past 8 years, watching the kids that I've seen over the past 8 years, watching them grow. I had one of them come into the store today. Just a little bit ago, and he told me he had to race in. He wanted to come race in. It was 6:02, and the store was still unlocked. But it was great to see him. I haven't seen him in over a year, and he had to stop playing and things like that. So it really was amazing to me to see him. He's 19 now. I knew him when he first started playing. I think he was 13.
Greg, you're gonna have to hold on to the stream for a minute. I got to take this call. It'll be 2 seconds.
All right, and to me it was amazing. So guys, some of you go and play, and like I said, I'm not going to speak for every one of for every single field owner, but some of the ones that I know, it does matter. You get players that have been there for since they were kids, 11, 12 years old, and to us, seeing you grow, it really does make a difference, and it matters to me. So seeing Nate come in, and I'll give him a shout out. Nate came in, and it was really cool, and to see his face. He was around when I was talking about how hard it would be to start a store and things like that. Now here we have the full store. So it felt great. It felt great to see him. It made me feel a little old, but that's okay. Apparently Joker wants to talk about how old I actually am. But Yeah, it was really something. It kind of caught me right in this where my heart would be if I had one, right in that area.
His
So
heart grew 3 sizes that day.
so yeah, it was super cool to have him come in and to see Nate. It really was. It was something.
I have a question. Should we let Braxton in? Because he's like pounding at the gates here.
Is he really? Then let him in because we may never talk to him again. He might die. So
All right. So we're letting Braxton come on in here. He'll be in inside of a second. So, what's up, Ches? Is Ches alive? All
yeah,
right, guys.
he came back from the dead.
I'm at work, so I can only half listen. All right. Well, at least you're listening. That's what's important. All right, guys. So, look at that. You got really pixelated when I did that.
What? I don't even see. Oh, is he in? I didn't. He didn't.
No, you. Like when I do that. There he is.
Hey. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. All right. I'm going to go back to the standard view that we always have with this. I'm just playing around, guys. All right. So here we are.
Raptor and I came running.
What's that?
I heard something about Raptor and I had to come running.
What? Nobody said anything about that.
Well,
Nobody said anything about that. You're assuming something, sir. And you know what they say about assuming, right? Makes an ass out of you and me. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's go ahead and start talking about the first thing. What's coming up this weekend, guys?
Something that I'm not going to be at.
I heard you got the Rona, huh?
More than likely.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go get tested. Why would I go get tested?
Yeah, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to find out for sure so you can effectively deal with whatever's going on with you? Yeah. Why would you do that? Yeah. Make sure you don't go for any kind of therapy either for your childhood issues. That's a good idea too.
Actually, I did get yes.
What's that?
He goes, actually, I did, you ass, is what he said.
I do. Present tense.
You might want to fire that therapist. I'm just saying. Sorry.
Well, she only has one arm, so
that wasn't nice. It was nice. Just so you guys know, this is my therapy right here. Me abusing everybody else. 48 years of abuse. This is me getting back at everyone.
Hi, Bentley. Hi, Jack. Is he afraid he won't study enough for the test?
He's been studying for days now.
All right. So, for those of you that don't know, if you haven't been paying attention to the last 3 weeks we've been having the stream, we're going to be going to Colony Wars.
I'm so mad.
So we are going blue team. I will let Will know that you're not coming if you're not coming, Brex. If he's not already paying attention to the video. So go blue. Blue team. Blue Colony is going to win this. You know, I love how all these other people keep spelling blue wrong. Like one guy spelled it Green, another person spelled it GOLD. It's BLUE, guys. Let's get it straight. Blue Colony is going to win. It's going to be at Black Ops Airsoft up in Bristol, Wisconsin. So if you're not even in the area, even if you want to take a drive, if you haven't been to Black Ops Airsoft in Bristol, you're missing out. It's actually it's a really cool field. The owners put a lot of time and energy into that field. Will's been telling me like he's been doing nonstop building of colonies, structures, and everything else, getting ready for Colony Wars. He has all sorts of goodies planned throughout the weekend. Mother puss bucket.
That's me.
I just forgot to get something very important, Greg.
Sushi?
No, that's on its way. I forgot to pick up a brisket.
I guess you'll be stopping tomorrow, won't you?
I will be stopping tomorrow, apparently.
Apparently, will not be a double smoked brisket, will it?
It could still be a double. No, it still could be double smoke. I could start it Friday and do it Saturday, so I can still do that if I want to.
Put it in a trailer. You just let it smoke the whole ride up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's not how that works, but okay.
I've heard it both ways. Yeah, I've heard it both ways.
All right. So For Colony Wars, it's actually there's 4 different colonies that are going to be up against, and we're Blue Colony. We're right in the middle of all of it. And I want to go ahead and thank Dead End Outfitters and Papa for bringing home almost all the LMGs, almost all of them. There's only, I think, 2 LMGs that are not ready for this event, which is actually that one right there, the featherweight.
Behind you. I'm looking behind me. I'm like, no, my wall's empty, man. You kidding me?
No. Actually, since you're in the shop, pan your camera up a little bit.
Well, why?
There's
Show people that?
So that purple gun on the far left is mine. The one right beside it, the black one, the SMC9 is mine. The gold one is mine. So, but what he doesn't know is I got 4 guns here that need to go with him. Like, where'd it go? Oh, that MP9 needs to get work done on it. Okay, Papa, do you know when the next game day is? I got one of my friends that can come check out Airsoft. I believe it's not
August
this weekend.
28th. That is correct.
Yeah, the following weekend. Okay.
Yep, August 28th is our next game day. Absolutely. And
Jack is a regular player at Braxton's Field. Just an FYI.
Oh,
Well,
I mean,
Jack
Jack gave Braxton Corona. Thank you, Jack.
he gave him a beer,
Yeah.
man. He gave him a beer with a lime in it.
Way to go.
All right, so the amount of cool stuff that's coming up for this, I'm not allowed what I'm allowed to say or what I'm not going to say, so I'm going to say stuff that's going to be safe. There's stuff going to be all over this event that you can go through and pick up. There's going to be like tool boxes. There's going to be cool drop shipment things that you have to take back to your colony. That your colony leader will have the key to open up. When you open up, there's some free stuff inside that you get to keep. There's going to be candy bars hanging. There's going to be candy bars hanging from trees. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Because go get tested. If you don't have corona, you can still go.
I don't feel good enough to go.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you dose yourself up with vitamin C.
You might just have diabetes. It could be that. Does that mean that was?
Well, if you go to the candy tree, you probably will end up with diabetes.
Just park the Humvee under the tree and be like, y'all go on. I'm here now.
That's it. That's all. You can sit inside the truck as long as you don't have the Rona. You know, if you have the Rona, stay your fucking ass home. And I dropped all the. Oh yeah, damn it.
1407.
And that was a good way to say it, though, because that goes for everybody. Damn it. All right. If you want to check out where to get tickets from Colony Wars, you go to Black Ops airsoft.com. Why does it do that? It's www. That's why.
B12 and suck it up and go pew pew. B3, not B12, but yeah, you're close. If he's got corona, it's not B12.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go and copy this and send it over to everybody so they can see. You know what I wanted? You know what this one service of ours that's missing is a way to do the tickers.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's going on, lads? I think I'm going to say yes to something. I don't normally, but I think I'm going to say yes to something. I think I'm going to be joining the command team for Series Viking.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm going to say yes to it. Why not? Right?
What are you going to command?
Yeah. Who are you going to be in command of?
I threw an exclamation point in there too. I said, "Yes, sir, I will." I will actually be running a fight company. Why are you laughing? Why do you find that so funny?
Because I'm in your company.
I know better than to think that I'm actually controlling you. I will not be. I know better than that. You
I-
can go wherever the hell you want, how you want, when you want. I
Hey,
won't even
no. You'll tell me to go take something, then I'll take it, and then I'll go do something else. As long as it's not out of my way. Yes, the one thing I'm missing on this is a ticker system. That'll be like the most perfect thing that we could just play a ticker.
a gas blowback only game at my field. Probably not, because there'd probably be 8 people. Yeah, I think there's only 13 people in all of Florida that run gas blowback rifles, so I don't know that we would be willing to do that.
Sushi's here.
But I mean, we can put it out there. We can see. I mean, we may be able to run a game during a game day. Anybody that wants to sit out and just do a small one, but I really don't think, all kidding aside, I don't think that there's enough gas blowbacks to run a full game day, unless you wanted to unless you wanted to put it out there and do a private event. With that, thought you said something.
Oh, my roommate was talking.
So you make me sad. I'm looking at you and you make me sad. You usually make me happy, but you make me sad.
I'm dying.
Can you drop stuff off for me to repair at your field during a game day? Yes, Sam, you can. You can also bring it by the store during the week if you want. By all means, either way. But yeah, you can drop it off and I can bring it back to the field when it's completed if that works better for you. Absolutely.
And make sure that that you guys know, if you're up in the the north area and you're going to see us at Black Ops and you want Greg to work on your guns, is that we need to have them by Sunday before we leave, and he could also get them and ship them back to you. Hopefully, we're all hoping that Braxton gets well soon. Braxton should just go knuckle down, get the test, see if he's got the Rona. If he's got the Rona, then there's certain treatment options. If he doesn't have the Rona, then he could take his B12.
Yeah, there you go.
B12, some hair shit.
Did you order that stuff I sent you? Just go like this.
Who, me?
Like that. No, I'm talking to Braxton. Nope.
Shame.
Percentages ticking away.
What?
Yeah, I said I hear percentages ticking away. Yeah. Inside joke. Inside joke. You like that, right?
So for this event, Ange. So back to Colony Wars here. We're going to try to stay on track and stay on point.
Really, you are? We better hurry up before Braxton dies.
Your brother.
I'm gonna feel really bad if I'm making that joke and then you start going downhill. I'm like gonna freak out. I should stop saying that shit. This thing is kind of real, and I don't want to do that. I know people who have, so not a good idea.
In other words, Papa, stop being a dick and let's get back on track. Thank you.
Well, that won't ever happen, but let's get back on track.
All right. So with Colony Wars, we're coming up. Papa's going to have only 14 barrels available that have been D-hopped. So if you guys have not had a chance to check out the D-hop system, now's the time to check out the D-hop system, because the shop, our booth is only going to be open on Friday because we're playing all day, and then we're packing up Friday night because come Sunday, I got to get the Oompa Loompa there back over to the airport, and then I got a 20-some-odd hour drive home. So we're not sticking around too late after the event. So there's that. So come by the booth. I'm going to have what I call Joker's box of useless shit, which is useless to me, but treasure for everybody else, which is
it's
uniform.
full of his opinions.
It's Robert Braxton added me on Facebook. Sam will be his. He goes, I have 2 of them, and they are awesome. So come on, check out the stuff that we have. There's a lot of cool stuff, and it's like, make me an offer. It's stuff that I'm not going to use or need anymore, so just make me an offer on it. So come on out, check us out, come ride with us. The gun truck will be there, and depending on whether or not Braxton dies over the next, 2 days or not, it might determine whether or not Braxton's coming out there. As far as it stands, he's not. We'll have patches. I'll have some hood rat shit patches, some tactical hood rats, the battle bug patch. And I'm even bringing some games up, guys. So if you guys have been interested in getting some of the games that we have, come on out, check it out. And Colony Wars is this weekend. Prices have increased because it's the week of, but it's still worth it to come out. It's, I think, 30 straight hours of gameplay. Yes, we're playing in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. I like how both of them seem like so disinterested in Colony Wars. One's on his phone, and the other one's like tinkering away.
I'm trying to get food here.
I'm working. I'm not disinterested at all. I'm actually, I am very interested. I'm 7 different things going on at once right now, though. I just agreed to take a command leadership role about something I have no idea what I'm doing at an AO I've never been to. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. Not nervous, no anxiety whatsoever. To pile on to all of the other stuff I've got going on, like catching a flight without any gear to fly 1,300 miles. I would say no. I think it's further than that, isn't it? It's like 2,000 miles.
No.
From here to Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's definitely about that far. It's at least 1,300. So yeah, I'm good. I am looking forward to it though. I really am looking forward to that. Very thankful for Will having us come on out. I am sad that the sickness, which is now apparently his nickname, will not be there. I had his present all ready to go. We will have to get that to you another time.
Oh,
well, we'll do it at what's it called? Serious Viking.
Yeah, that's only like a couple weeks away.
As long as you make it to that. So
only better.
I hope so. Oh shit.
No, Ducky, we're not talking about that gun. This is going to be a clean stream.
The dick fart too.
No, you are correct. We are not talking about that gun.
I want to talk about Papa's dick fart too.
Hey, come on, man. That was an accident. It was an unintended accident.
Oh, don't make me laugh.
I did not mean for that to become a thing.
It is now a thing.
But
so
those of you interested, for the early beta is $1,300. We're seeing if we can get that lower for bulk orders.
It has a vibration. It has a vibration feature to it.
When you shoot it, it goes. Ooh.
When you shoot it, goes.
When you
shoot it, goes. I.
Oh,
we're not doing this again.
Your cat is the sweetest damn thing. He always wants attention.
So Colony Wars.
Colony Wars.
Actually, Papa's bringing out a couple guns to showcase there too. He's bringing out. I think you gave it to me, right? The Spectre.
I have a Spectre with me. I didn't get not the gold one, my red one.
Okay.
Will be there.
I also have. We'll also have an Indestructible there.
Yes, you do.
So we will show those out. You get a chance to actually see these guns in action. Come on, jump on in. Will already sent you over the stuff.
Linky dink. Hey, I'll be back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh, we lost him.
There's a chance. I don't know how long it was going to be.
Everybody say goodbye to Braxton. See him next week.
All of you.
Happy movement. All right. Well,
Jack. Honestly, Jack, we started talking about this 3 weeks ago. So we will be putting together a page here soon about all the events and stuff that we're doing and that we're going to. Just so you're aware, we will be going to, after this is Serious Viking. Then October is a whirlwind of events. what is it? Black Dragon Siege is the first weekend of October. Second weekend is Folda Gap. Third weekend is the Firestorm 2 at the Carlisle Finishing Plant by Lion Claw Events. So there's a lot of cool events and stuff that we have coming out. We're just waiting for Will to jump on here real quick, so that way he can talk about some stuff that he has there. I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be badass. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy themselves. We're going to have a blast because, what the hell? There we go. I said it to Will again. I can tell you one thing that we're going to do that's probably going to be different from others. If you shoot the guys in the blue Hawaiian shirts, it might not be in your best interest. Let's just say that. Because not all the times are we going to be out there just to shoot people, Especially if we have the little cart with us.
We have a cart with us?
I'm going to have a cart. I'm going to bring that red cart again.
I don't know. Again?
Yeah, we had it for Wasteland. Remember? That was your little Papa's Emporium.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that we were doing that this game.
To answer that question, Jack, is there a hub for this kind of thing? The problem is it's like where everything gets shared to and where it goes is like usually not a centralized place for it. But we will definitely be trying to put something together so that way people can see a lot of the events that we're going to, at least, because the events we go to, we try to make it fun.
I have no sound. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so Jack, go on, and depending on where you're looking to go and what area you're in, sign up to follow each one of the event providers. So Third Coast, and you said you got Milsom West already. Anybody else that you're interested in going to, Black Ops, if you're up in that area, if you want to travel to them for any of their events or games,
the place
sign up. But that's what I heard. Actually, the place is good. The owner, on the other hand, that guy's all over the place.
He's a balding middle-aged man that has a weird-ass goatee, pink sunglasses, orange shirt. What a jerk.
Save the boobies.
I suddenly am glad that I'm not a 17-year-old girl. I'm just saying.
Wow. All right, everybody.
Welcome, Will.
The man of the hour. It is Black Ops Will. He's the owner of one of the owners, right, of Black Ops Airsoft. He's the one that's definitely throwing on Colony Wars. I've talked to this man quite a bit in the past couple of weeks, so much so that he's probably annoyed as hell to talking with me from time to time.
That's why you hired Perry, so Perry can talk to you instead.
And we're really looking forward to coming to this event. So there's one question I keep needing to ask you, but I keep forgetting to ask you. Is there an in-game currency for this event?
No.
Okay.
It's more like a point type system. Let me give the best rundown I can. I'm not too exhausted today. I actually got some sleep last night. I'll try to talk a little slower so I don't ramble. Basically, there's 4 teams. It's supposed to have a feel of a bunch of random people coming together, trying to find a place to live, find a place to stay, kind of like a Walking Dead type feel. They come across a camp, they're like, oh shit, look, there's more survivors. Oh shit, come on in with us. I'm trying to go for that kind of thing. You get to a place and you have to set up a well, you have to set up a meat drying rack. I don't want to say everything that we got to do, but it's that kind of deal where you're just kind of trying to find supplies to survive. There might be chickens, there might be rabbits. You got to build pens. You can steal chickens.
Wait, hold on. I got to stop you right there. There might be chickens, there might be rabbits. Do you realize what you just started, right? Any sort of live animal that's on your field might not be alive by the time it's done. Hey, look, there's a dog. Don't eat it.
All right. So everything that I use for props are just stuffed animals, not real animals. It's just like little tiny things. So there are chickens and rabbits and things like that. You got to build a pen. If you have to complete stuff like tool bags. Let's say you need tools to survive an apocalypse type deal. So you're going to have to go through and you have to find certain size wrenches and pliers and a hammer, wire cutters, this and that. So each county's trying to go through and they're trying to complete a set of tools. I'm just giving you one of the scenarios. There's a bunch. Of course, like I said before, I have a candy tree. That's just fun. Actually, there's multiple candy trees this year. There's also a beef jerky tree. That's fun. So when you're going through, the main objective is to survive. Find everything that you would need to survive. What else would you need to do? I have drop zones. For some reason, there's a mysterious vehicle. I was trying to do a helicopter, but he's booked. A vehicle will be driving around, dropping off random boxes and bags. Bags will be dropped randomly throughout the whole field all day long. So while you're playing, there might be a bag in the same spot you just walked past, and there wasn't one there before. But the boxes, the cases that will be dropped every hour, guaranteed at 3 different particular zones, those will be locked, and only the commander at the colonies has a key to unlock it. So that has the free stuff, the free guns, and I've got a $500 gun going in there, a bunch of $300 guns. I got a bunch of Falcon guns, grenades, smoke grenades, beef jerky, waters, everything you can think of. Spam. I don't know if people are going to eat the spam, but there's spam in there because that's supposed to last forever. Kind of things to add fun to the game. Now, there's also stuff in there like there's random pouches. I mean, there's just a pouch in there. So every hour, you're going to find these cases, you're going to fight over the cases, and that's half the reason probably you go to County Wars, I guess, besides of all the shenanigans and all that. But half the thing to do is to fight over these boxes, bring them back to base, and get all the free shit every hour. Now, there's three drop zones, and there's 4 counties. So obviously, every hour, someone's not getting something. The harder you fight, maybe you got a different strategy. I know every year, counties always try to do this one. They try to let other counties get the stuff, and then 5 guys or 2 guys will walk back with the case, and then they'll ambush them, and then they steal all the cases, as they're trying to get back to base. That's a fucking great strategy. There's more things. There are a particular item at every colony that they have an abundance of. One's gasoline because they're kind of by the oil rig, by the oil field I've got. So they have a bunch of gasoline there. So you can go there and steal their gasoline, their gas cans all day long, all night long, whatever. And you can go there and steal their abundance of items. The more you get, the more points you get, obviously. Like I said before, there's a generator. There's a generator at each base. Everyone gets power. There's a fly right on my camera. I can't get his ass.
That was interesting. I was like, something's on your camera, dude.
I know, yeah. So there's everything in, and then I actually have ammo cans. I have ammo cans that we dropped off with the bags. Now, there's going to be stuff like in random bags that are just like an objective type thing. Like you don't get to keep the stuff in the bags that you're going to see. There can be random tools, wrenches, like I said, pliers, so on. Now, you get so many points at the end. Fly's gonna kill me. At the end of the weekend, I'm gonna tally up everything at the end of Sunday. I'm gonna give a full-on list at the end, like on Monday or Tuesday, whenever I recuperate, doing a full, huge explanation to make everybody want to come back. Like, fuck, my county sucks ass. I have to go back for the same county next year, and we're gonna fucking kill it. This is supposed to be a 3-year thing for me. It could go 5, but realistically, I think a 3-year thing makes sense to me. Depends how people go and see how good my imagination can keep rolling. So,
by the way, Will is worse than you, just so you know. Just had to say it. It was absolutely worse than you. He made a whole sentence out of the F word just now. So I just wanted to share that out there.
Did I use the F word?
Multiple times, but that's fine. You broke my record for how. No, he hasn't broken my record because I started off one with saying, "Fuck."
Does that count? He said it.
Oh, I already said it earlier.
I screwed
up. Yeah, I was at 10 minutes and 7 seconds. Like that.
I swear to that. I'm sorry.
Hey, when it comes down to generators, only your generators are in play, right?
What do you mean? I'm confused.
Well, I'm going to be smoking a brisket all day Saturday. If somebody disconnects my fucking generator as part of the gameplay, I'm going to hurt somebody.
Enemies cannot cross a line and be active. Now, if you want to go say hi to your friend throughout the whole weekend, we're not going to give you shit about that. You're at Blue County, so let's say somebody over at Green wants to come over and talk the shit. They're out of play. Once you cross the blue area, the blue zone, you're just done. Now, I should have made a video for this. I never had time for it. I'm still busting ass working, trying to get the shit done. I mean, basically, I probably should be done by the end of the night or by the end of tomorrow. But I'm trying to build more fucking Second City to make it bigger, because to fit, a couple hundred guys, I just want to make sure everything goes right so everyone wants to come back next year, man. I'm just kind of, I'm overthinking, over panicking at this point. So for Colony Wars, it's a huge point system. I'm gonna go on and explain like there's baby food and shit. There's actually diapers involved in this game. Like, you just gotta find random shit in the cities, in bags. There'll be vehicles. We have like 8 technicals that we have here, and we're just gonna randomly drive some out there in different areas. When you come across a vehicle, you just gotta go through it. I mean, the keys won't be in there. We don't want you guys to start them. These things are just going to be driven in multiple areas, like every 2 or 3 hours. Me and the admins are going to go through and just park them. And then you're going to go through and you're going to go through the cars. It might be 3, there might be 1. We're just going to park cars random places. And every time you come across a new car and it's in a different spot, you're like, fuck, I better check this car out. Shit like that. I'm trying to make it. This is a whole new level of airsoft from my area, at least. I don't know if anyone's done a thing like this. I'm definitely taking like an end of the world game to the next level, to my opinion.
Yeah, it definitely. It's one of the reasons why that Papa and I agreed to come was one of the main things, because I mean, no offense, but it's a hike,
I know.
I remember being.
You did agree. You just see you conveniently forget all the time. That's the problem.
Listen, forgetting is not convenient. I don't like forgetting things. Okay. You remind me every day that I'm your friend. I don't remember that. I don't remember when that happened. I don't like you. You have to remind me that I like you.
Hey, you need a bandage for that burn? Man,
it's not convenient.
Poor guy. Jeez.
Nobody likes him, though, to be fair.
He's just mad because somebody stole some gold out of his pot of gold there.
Son of a bitch.
You really got to start. You got to.
F word.
Try another one.
What the F?
Oh, shit, I was on a point, and then he just went on his little tirade,
I do that every 10 minutes.
No, it's the only thing I would say that that would probably be a really good, cool thing to add to it is an in-game currency for trading and everything else. Like bottle caps, there's like a number one thing that people like is trading bottle caps and stuff like that, because I know the Sunshine Band, the guys that are coming up with me, are bringing some stuff that is going to be traded. I'm going to have brisket on me. So, and I'm going to booby trap the hell out of myself. If you come up, shoot me, I guarantee you're going to explode. Sure, you want some? Take some. Boom! You're all dead.
We do actually throw that game in October where there is everyone's out for themselves. There's different mayors and presidents. There's game currency. We do the bottle cap thing. That's actually Autumn Fog in October, and every year we get 480 guys plus. So I didn't want to take that away or copy that game. This is more of a base-to-base survival type deal, and players have to get involved and actually like build the well and shit. Now there is a credit, but you really don't have it in your hand. There's a point system to collect things, and you talk to the merchants, and you can trade with the merchants, and you can trade gasoline for for driving vehicles. You can actually go, and you don't have it in your hand. But you can go colony to colony, and there's actually a commander chat where they can all get together and say, look, man, I'm looking for a wrench. Who wants to bargain with me? I need a 10 millimeter socket. Because nobody could ever find a 10 millimeter socket, so I bought 10 of them. And that was actually a package of 10 millimeters. So if you're looking for a certain wrench, or you can't complete your toolbox because you get 2,000 points for getting all the items, and you're missing one fucking hammer. And there's no way you could possibly get any points at all that you complete the whole objective. Like a med kit. There's a med kit, a cook kit. There's that kind of shit. See, it's basically a scavenging game throughout the whole weekend. You're scavenging everything, even the same cars, because we move like every, like I said, like 2 hours. This is like a apocalypse zombie type game, like you would have played like maybe back in the day on the computers. It's not only just you're coming out to the shooting. You're coming through, and you're like a trunk might be locked, and you got to go through the key to find the trunk, and there's stuff like that. There's dead bodies in the cars. We have little stuff, we have stuffed little dummies, and they're bleeding, whatever. It's stuff like that, and you have to actually go through the bodies. We have a few refs will actually sit in cars, and I'm not gonna ruin that part.
Yeah,
there's no zombies in the game. I don't want to keep telling you everything.
The cool thing about this is that this is a very in-depth game that if you guys are anywhere within a 6-hour drive on Saturday, it is time to drive. That's simple. Come on out. Actually, in fact, if you've driven more than 5 hours, come see me. I'll give you a patch.
Nice.
So, I mean, I think I'm the one driving further than anybody for this one. I'm coming down from South Florida, guys.
Actually, there's a guy coming from Australia.
All right. He got me beat.
The only reason why he's coming from Australia, man, is because he actually plays there like twice a year. He's from Kenosha, and his parents live in Kenosha, and he used to play on my Zion games. He's just coming back to visit his family like during County Wars. That's the only reason why. It's just convenience.
I want to throw a couple things out if I could real quick. From a
hey, watch it, buddy. Stop. Hey, that's hard.
From a out of game perspective, keeping as far as rules and regs, keeping people on point for MEDs and stuff like that. Where are we at? You have enough admins.
Everyone always asks this question. All the rules are the same as my Saturday rules: 400 FPS for LMGs, 400 FPS for rifle. We don't have the 3-round burst here. We avoid that because if I do that, I mean we've got a lot of fucking players here that play at AMS and Third Coast. It's a big Milsim community around here. Everyone has the fucking speed triggers, and you pull the trigger so fast, you can go faster than some full auto guns with some of these guns. But we don't even do the 3-round burst at all. But we do have the DMR and all that, sniper, all that. No full auto at night. That causes too many problems. I've had so many fist fights back at my old place when I actually did this game in night games. There was people pushing each other, hitting each other. People get stupid. People with rifles will just go full auto, like it's an LMG, and it's not a fucking LMG. And then half the people start doing it.
So you are following Milsim-ish rules in regards to full auto, semi-auto,
right?
Distances, rifle. Because I'm not familiar with the regular weekend game rules and things like that. I don't know if Joker's telling he just tried to invite 1,000 other people to come play the game. I want to make sure that anybody that happens to be in the area understands. 10-foot minimum engagement, 100-foot minimum engagement.
Zero
engagement at this field. We have a zero engagement, not just events, but every Saturday. Zero engagement for rifles, single shot. It's 20-foot engagement for full auto, 50-foot for DMR, 100-foot for snipers. But we do always tell everybody we're not going to cuss at you or freak out at you if you go 10 feet under. If you're going 50 feet under for a sniper, then we're going to have a problem with you. We're not going to get a tape measure out there and measure nuts. Everyone's always cool here, man. So hopefully everybody traveling doesn't change that fact. But every time anybody comes here, man, from anybody from like Third Coast Refs or some guys from Balahak, AMS guys that are coming here, man, they're like, wow, man, you guys are pretty good on these rules. And that's because I pretty much ban people. I ban like 2 people every weekend for doing stupid shit. So my best advertisement, like I think I said in the video before, is you get other douchebags or idiots to play at other fields, you have less at yours, and that makes the better players want to play at yours because douchebag and idiots are at other fields. Best advertisement you could ever have, man.
I like converting douchebags and idiots into good players.
Yeah.
He likes a challenge. But I will point out a couple things that was said in chat. Shockwave said, I was excited for the next Wasteland event down here in Florida. Wanted to go last year before maybe, but missed it. Yep. Papa and I are definitely going to the next Wasteland event down here. So, but that's a stream for a different day. Ryan or Ducky pointed out something very, very poignant. I'm still driving the furthest because I'm sure he's not flying from Australia.
No, I heard he's going through the water and everything. He's got a little sub car.
That only takes months to get here. No, 3 months to get here. No worries. So.
You win.
That's right. I win something, damn it.
Hey, I'll give you a patch.
Ooh, you owe me patches anyway.
Patches. I gotta say the County Wars patches. I left. Rutabaga. Okay, patches are gone. So
it'll be a surprise on the day of. What's up, Papa?
No, I shared it on my Facebook.
Shameless plug here again. On Friday, we will be at the booth, and we I have 14 D-Hop barrels bringing on site. Plus one for Will if Will decides not Will, for Perry if he ever decides he wants to send me the message with the length. He knows don't tell me over the phone. You want to order something, send me a message at the very least.
He's working. He ain't watching. If he's watching this, he's in trouble.
He's back
there working. He's been busting his ass all day.
First of all, tell him for me. He traded he had a 416 gas blowback, I think is what it was originally, something like that. Then he traded up to an AA12. And then he traded the AA12 for what did he end up getting?
A K-Way Ronin.
Yeah, a Ronin. He traded an AA12 for a Ronin. Somebody help me with this now. I know Perry is kind of new to the sport.
The Ronin was in much better condition.
I will take your word for it.
much better condition.
I would have taken that AA12, HBA tapped it, and just had a blast. Literally.
He doesn't do the HBA thing.
That's fine. I would have taken that AA12 and added it to my. You only see one of my shotguns right there. I got two more in the bag that I gotta switch it out from. Because I got to start putting LMGs away because we're bringing LMGs.
For those of you that do want to D-Hop,
come early on Friday.
Be early on Friday. I will be at the booth. I'm only bringing 14 patched barrels. Every single one of them has a custom bucking with it, and they're different lengths. So bring what you got, and we'll get you fitted right there on the spot. But and if I don't have anything in stock and you want to order one, we can do that as well. Yeah, a little shameless plug for myself there. I'm doing 25% off the games as well. So the games are a really good price. I think every game is $15 when they're usually 20. So come on out, check out some of the games and all that. We might have some other stuff too, depending on if that guy Will ever responds back to us about it. I wasn't going to bring that up. I wasn't bring it up at all. I forget messy shop because
we did come across all the items.
So we don't need to bring anything else, is what you're saying.
No, I luckily I found it all. Good. Trust me, I spent way too much money on this game. I need to make every dollar I can. But nicely though, it's done for next year. I'm telling you, man, like the bunk. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking about getting everybody bunk beds and shit. That was dumb. I mean, they're built now. We're still finishing the last ones, like right now. That's what PJ is doing. But I'm like $6 or $7 grand in each county right now. Jesus. The nice thing is, we have a fun little Wilson patch here on Saturdays. We do Wilson, right? I'm not really trying to do a plug, but I love these little pink patches. So when you go like AMS does, like the 1 patch, whatever. So now we have a 1 patch, a 5 patch, and a 10 patch. Came in today, so I'm excited. Look, it says Milsim 01, or it says Wilsim 10. Multi-purpose.
So we get those patches depending on how many we go to. Like when I get my 90-day keychain, is that what that is like?
Yes.
Shockwave, I'll answer your question in a minute about the Sega, whatever that shotgun is. We'll answer that one. We'll talk about that one in a second. As soon as we're done talking to Will here.
Guys, if you have BBs at home, I'd like you to go and take a good look at them. Tell yourself that they're all warped. Pour them all into the trash. Then show up at Black Ops Airsoft and purchase all brand new BBs right from the shop.
And all you got point twos you can hold.
Also,
point 12 somewhere.
And Will, you also have some. You also have pyro there too, right?
We have.
Each time he touches his phone, there he goes.
He's gone.
On this computer, I lose it. That's so ridiculous.
Want to try that again?
No, don't.
No, it might turn off forever. I don't know what's going on.
You want to tell us? Tell us
Every
about
day
it?
happened last time too. Remember?
Yeah.
So we do have a Nola Gay. We have EG6. We have grenades to go pow with some peas in it.
You have
the
67?
EG67s.
Yeah, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Do you have any? You have. Hang on.
Do you have any tagging?
He's gonna go get them.
He doesn't have any EG67s. I can tell you that much because I was at
I
his
love
shop.
EG67s. They're my favorite.
I love because I could stop them out.
No.
Do you know how many EG67s I literally run over with the bug in the truck to make sure I don't get blown up?
We don't do any 3.0s.
So he has the black version of these guys. Okay,
That works.
Black version of these.
That's
and
not
he's
the
got
EG.
these as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. And these are how much?
$5 if you buy 3.
Okay, so three for 15. Right.
That's actually a really great price, guys.
Oh, it's amazing price.
I don't know why he's charging that price. Actually, but it's okay.
Well, there's $6 a piece, and then we charge if you buy multiples.
Oh my god.
John Logan, Messy Shop.
Yeah, you saw that. I'm never selling anything in Wisconsin. Never selling anything in Wisconsin. And how much are your EG67s?
44 cents. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't doubt that. A penny per BB. That's what you're charging.
No, those are $9 a piece.
$9 a piece. $9. And 3 for 25.
Actually, I think they're $8 a piece if you buy 3. Yes.
No, that's $8.33 if you buy 3.
Whatever. Whatever.
Oh my god.
So guys, listen. I'm gonna say it out loud.
Wait, 8 for 3 is 24. There.
It is 24. It is 24.
I want everybody to know something. Okay, these here, everywhere else, are $10.
They are
$10. Okay, Will is telling you he is selling them to you for the incredibly low price, the ridiculously pro price, the giving away the field low price of $6. I don't mean to make him feel bad, but he's trying to pay for 3 ex-wives. Help him out, okay?
He's not going to do that.
I have 2 ex-wives.
That's not going to help him pay for his ex-wives by charging that much.
That's why I'm trying to get everybody to actually pitch in a little more. He's going to have a tip jar.
Just give him free money.
Right next to where these are, there'll be a tip jar. Normally 10, he's selling them for 6, free to give him the extra $4.
Oh my god!
He's got, there it is, right there. That's called the alimony bin.
The alimony bin.
He's got the black version of these. Normally, these are $15 a piece.
Not the EGs. The EGs are always 10.
Shut up. Shut up. The insanely low price of $9 a piece, and 3 of them for $25. Okay? Feel free to leave pocket change inside the big giant blue bin. Okay? By all means.
I make it up though, because you run out of batteries. These are $20 each, so I make it up.
There's certain high margin. I think Greg fell.
No,
there he goes.
I did one
He's
of
still
the
setting the prices.
I'm like, these guys don't go off.
That would be freaking hilarious because who knows how your environmental systems are there? Like just like the smoke alarms and all that. If it's actually a commercial grade smoke alarm,
what's a smoke alarm?
That notifies shit on it. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your neighbor next door.
Oh, they probably don't have one there either.
Yeah, but it probably go into there and weep, weep.
No,
fire trucks show up.
So, guys, again, all right, come out to the field.
Buy me out.
Heavy pockets and empty mags. Okay, heavy pockets, empty mags.
Other point 12 you can carry.
What he's giving you, and he's giving it away. Feel free to give all you can. I'm telling you. All right.
It's guys. Just come out there and buy the man out. I mean, he's got some of the guns that I also run that I can tell you is good or not. I think he has them, or at least he did last time I was there.
I have a few. I turned the fucking camera, but this thing moves, dude. It's.
I don't want to like take it.
So we can buy a new computer. He's looking to upgrade the computer system.
I can't afford the computer. Almost too cheap.
Oh my god, man! Now I feel like I got the Rona because Will made me almost like die here with 45 cents.
It just went down to
guys,
44 cents. Oh,
I'm not taking a drink now. That was a word. That was a waste. So, guys, Colony Wars this weekend. It's $100 at the door, right, Will?
yeah.
Hey, look, if you're within 6 hours, drive there Saturday. Spend the night on the field. Go home Sunday. We will make it a fun event. There's going to be shenanigans galore.
What's the anticipated head count at the moment?
Oh man, we actually had a huge boost. I was getting a little nervous. I think we're like 260, 270 for tickets. And then that's still way lower than I wanted. But everyone's telling me to come the day of. So all my players, and every time I ask for briefs, I've got like 30, 40 guys every day telling me that they're coming the day of.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you were here earlier on, but Braxton probably is not coming because it looks like he's got the Rona.
That son of a gun.
Yeah.
But he gets a discount if he has the Rona. It's part of the game.
No.
The chicken box, right? We all want it to go over with?
No, that's not how that
Liver
works.
and kidney failure is in-game play. That's okay. Yeah.
Weather's going to be 82 for the weekend for Bristol. So it's not too hot.
No, that's wintertime for us. In that
Yeah.
You'll see Joker doing a hell of a lot more running. I got my gun mount for the gun truck done, at least for your event. Whether or not it's going to be what's ready for the TCA event, that's a different story. But we at least have it ready for your event, so we have the position in place and all that. So that's going to be fun. And if what colony needs to be filled still blue, right?
Actually, give me 1 second.
What else do you have? What else do you have for sale? Day of anything new? Anything anybody should be interested in or excited about?
No, all my stuff is junk. No, I'm just kidding.
And you wonder why he's having a problem raising money.
Yeah.
$6 for smoke grenades, guys. Let's go. I'm not bringing any smoke grenades because it would cost me more to bring my own. I'm going to buy. I'm just going to buy a bunch from you. We're not even going to use mine. Joker, don't use any of my grenades.
I know, right? Like, we have like 6 inside the bin for personal use.
I'm not bringing any of them. That's too expensive.
All right, I already forgot. What the hell am I checking? How many people we have?
Yeah, what colony needs the support now?
All right. Custom range.
I've been doing my job to sell Blue Colony, okay?
And while he's doing that, I do want to make it official. By the way, I am officially the in charge of Fight Company and all vehicles for at Serious Viking.
Oh yeah, I got to tell them that the Battle Bug is not coming to Serious Viking.
They're aware.
They already are.
Yep.
How that? Did you tell them?
Come on, man.
I was just making. I don't know if I told you or not, but
Just
good.
Don't you worry about things.
I worry about things because I'm the one that
Don't worry
committed.
about things. You
know
worry
what?
about your things.
You know what? I won't bring the Battle Bug. I'll bring the Battle Bus instead.
You worry about your things. I worry about my things. Okay.
Honestly, Blue Colony still needs more help.
So come fight with me. It'll definitely be come join Blue Colony. We got brisket.
That's funny.
Um,
I couldn't believe I wasn't selling tickets for Green Colony. I'm like, I built this fucking place. I own it, and you don't want to play with me? I was really offended. but after the past couple of weekends, me and Tweenie, Cobra Commander for Blue, me and him were talking shit, over the briefings, giving each other some laughs, and for some reason they didn't like his shit. They like my shit. So my tickets are pretty. I'm actually the highest numbered county right now.
yeah, because they think you guys are going to win, but you're not. So
we're gonna win. I have
rigged. Right now. Right now, it's rigged. See?
Nope.
I have guard raccoons guarding my shit.
That's fine. I'll take them out.
Oh, no. All right. So the biggest rule of Black Ops is don't shoot any wildlife. I actually had pet raccoons that will eat out of your hand. They'll actually climb your leg, get on your shoulder, and they will actually give you kisses and eat out of your hand. I got like 20 pet raccoons in this property.
I'm like the raccoon whisperer. And plus, I'm also I can actually touch them because I'm vaccinated for rabies for another year.
There's actually no rabies in raccoons in Wisconsin for the past 15 years.
That's great until the one happens. But I can get past raccoons. They're easy to trick.
Yeah. Just throw some food at them.
Exactly. So with that being said, we're actually going to, at the end of the stream, we're going to talk, remind people again to go ahead and get their tickets for Colony Wars. So now, Will, if you want to go ahead and take off. By the way, can you send me that last thing that you need to send me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And do you need anything from me at all? Anything that you're missing, anything that you want, anything at all? I'm happy to help. You know that, obviously. Send it to me privately if you want. But if there's anything at all you need, expensive grenades, I can bring you expensive ones if you'd like. A new price list, I can do that. Anything at all you want, I can do that for you.
There is some more stuff that we're bringing too. We've actually brought branded DEO tourniquets with us, plus dead rags. So we have some of those cool things.
Is that okay? Do you have your own dead rags?
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
I was about to say I'm bringing those dead rags regardless, and I'm bringing those things regardless because you know what? We still have stuff that we have to show off, sir. We're traveling over 1,300 miles to get there.
True that.
No, getting there. Well, Papa's also going to show off a couple other cool things that he's made. Wait do you see this pistol, man? It's going to be kind of interesting. So with that being said, guys, if you haven't seen the link, I'll post it again. Come out to, that's not it. That's a Tokyo Marui that we need to talk about later on. Come out to Black Ops Bristol this Saturday. When does the tickets open up for that? 11, right? Like, when does the gate open? When did game start Saturday?
We open the gates on Friday at 12, and we pretty much stop at like 8 or 9. Whenever, if people keep coming, we'll sit around, do nothing else. But nothing else better to do. And then Saturday we open at 8 a.m. and game starts at 11. Stops 4 o'clock on Sunday.
All right, so
11 Saturday to 4 p.m. Sunday.
So come out there. Play with us. It's going to be a badass event. We're going to have a great time. And
I don't think you guys emphasize that enough, to be honest with you. Those of you that are just hearing about this for the first time, that's 30 hours. Let's go with non-stop play. 30 hours. Is the math right? 11 to
29 hours?
You know what?
It could be 30. I've been telling people 29. Just tell them 40. Fuck it. They won't even notice. Guys, it's an 88-hour game.
Wait, hold on.
And apparently, guys, you get 5 grenades for $8. So do that. Less than
that's not. Oh, no.
Yeah.
They misrepresented it. We got an hour short, but your grenades are freaking cheap.
Hey, people are actually driving through Texas and Florida just to buy my shit.
Evidently. Greg's going to be like this. Greg's going to walk inside. He goes, huh, EG67s, huh? I'll take. Well, you got 5 cases left.
I'll take them all.
EG67s. I only have the 66s. I have one BB less than the rest of them.
That's why they're so damn cheap, guys.
Right? Yeah,
the 66s.
They're the defects. They're the ones that are like, we couldn't fill them all up. They
Send them the will. He'll sell for half off.
Sell for half off, yeah.
Yeah, guys.
To be honest, my competition doesn't like me.
30 hours. You're going to be playing with over 300 players at a minimum. I'm sure there's well over 300 players. 3 factions. How many acres? Is the field?
4 factions.
4 factions. Excuse me.
Are you coming to the same game as we're going to?
I'm not at all. I'm actually. I'm going to keep going. I'm going up to Saskatchewan. Actually, I'm just headed just completely.
Okay, I got you. Makes sense.
Yeah. How many acres?
101.
101 acres of gameplay. 30 hours.
That's field. That's not parking lot. We actually have a 101 acre field.
So, guys, really, a half off sale apparently for everything in the store. It would seem. So
no. Everything else is standard prices.
Wait. Half off.
See, that's left side of the store is half off.
Hey, Enola Gay said, you won't believe this, but Enola Gay says I sell more grenades than any other store.
No, we don't believe that at all.
No, I don't believe that.
Because they get their money and you can't figure out why your profit margins are so low.
I don't. Why do I lose money on the grenades every week? I don't understand.
No. See, hold on. His G&Gs are half off. It's just that the G&G ARP9 is normally at his shop $5.99.
Oh no, that's gonna make me cry.
Oh,
well, I'm selling for 140 here. Just kidding.
I'll take 5.
Don't hold me on that.
yeah, right.
Oh,
I'm coming up there just so I can restock.
I can restock your store.
That's it.
The Black Ops closed down. Yeah.
Every order that I have right now, and I'm just coming up there to do it all and ship it all back.
I will say what I like about this stream is that these sort of conversations is what happens in airsoft all the time, right? We're sitting around at a table, and that's essentially what happened here. Even though, Papa's on the other side of the state, Will's on the other side of the country, north of us, we're all just sitting around having a great conversation, joking around, having a good time.
Did you say airsoft? This is a paintball game. He's like, oh,
no, that's even great.
Let's go. All right, guys. Hey, someone's been staring at me for a while, waiting for me to talk to him. Is there anything else you need from me?
No, we're going to go into the next segment here. So again, guys, come out this Saturday, Black Ops Airsoft in Bristol, Wisconsin. We're going to be playing a 30-hour game, having a great time. Blue Colony is where it's going to be at. Come to Blue Colony. We got brisket.
Again, it's funny they don't have anybody else.
So, Will, thank you for coming on. And I'll see you on Thursday, sir. I'll be up there sometime Thursday.
Perfect.
See you Friday.
Later, guys.
Not you, Papa. You're coming in Thursday, right, Papa? Yeah.
Like midnight.
Oh, whatever. All right. Later, Will. You have a good one, brother. All right. So now, time for part 2, our next segment and this is one of the ones I always love to do. It is Dollar Theater time. So for those of you that might be new to the stream or don't pay attention, there's one thing to say that you can sit there and go through and start attacking cheaters and doing the cheater call-outs or whatever. I've done a sort of a different approach at Miami Airsoft when it comes to dealing with cheaters. Or for people that are so adamant about calling you a cheater, we came up with Dollar Theater, or in other words, where's my dollar? If I know I shot somebody or somebody says they hit me, I was like, I'll bet you $1 because that's the most I'll bet on stuff like that. And when we go through and do that, we play back the video. So far, I have, and this is just some of the dollars. I even have a Canadian $5 bill. I have a whole lot of where's my dollars so far. And the reason being is I'm usually not wrong on something like this. That's why I bet, because I only like to bet on a sure thing, essentially.
If I'm mistaken, I have $1 from you.
I said almost always, but that wasn't actually an airsoft dollar. That was from something else, sir. Thank you very much. All right, so in this episode of Where's My Dollar, or Dollar Theater, I'm going to stay with Dollar Theater. We were at Miami Airsoft last Wednesday, and there was a group there that was playing that. It's always funny. The guys that call cheaters out the most on the field, like you're cheating, are typically the ones that do the cheating themselves. So let's go ahead and share the screen. All right. So if you guys don't know Miami Airsoft yet, let's just give you a little bit of a background, a little bit of some understanding here. That is the respawn behind the barbershop. Okay, so that right there is the respawn behind barbershop. Now, in Miami Airsoft, as long as you go into the, you can push into the plastic or you can go behind the plastic. But as long as you go behind, part of your body goes behind the wall there, you're good to go. So let's watch, shall we? Now, what I did there was I backed up backwards into respawn. If you're ever familiar with Miami Airsoft, it's very easy to get spawn trapped there because as you can see, there's an enemy sitting right there. So for this exit of respawn, there's an exit here. There's an exit in that little doorway right there. There's another exit by the gray side. There's essentially 4 exits for respawn on the sides. But 3 of the exits could be covered in this section right here in the middle. So I backed up. You can see that my body's actually in line with the frame. There's the overhang right there. And I've already taken out one player right there. So when you go to the way to break out a spawn when you're spawn trapped at MA is usually you just have to rush out shooting. I just got clipped.
Watch it. Move. You didn't hit me. I went into respawn. Yeah, no, fuck off. I got it on camera. Hey, you're cheating. I went into respawn. Yes, I did. Hey, wait, I got you. Bet you $1. Bet you $1. I got it all on camera. Bet you $1. Okay. Get ready to pay up.
So one of the things that was a problem there is the fact that, one, I did go back to respawn, and the common practice at Miami Airsoft is that you go up and you touch that respawn sign right there. It's common practice. Almost everybody does it. They go inside. At least some part of their body has to crest the plastic. Usually people put their feet inside, put their arm inside, anything to go inside there. I backed all the way up to the respawn and put my backside into it. The second issue was when I came back after getting hit, which I had no issues with getting hit. Wait, hold on. Let me go right to, I think it's right there. Yep, got clipped. No problem.
Watch it. Move.
There's no way this guy could see whether or not I was in respawn or if I went to respawn. So what are your thoughts on this, Papa?
Well, you know me, from the camera point of view, I can't see that you went to respawn. So the camera doesn't show me anything. You stepping backwards, I don't see the plastic cover you, anything like that.
The plastic does not need to cover you at Miami Airsoft. You have to cross the threshold of the plastic with at least some part of your body. And right there, that's the wall. I can
see the confusion. For me, I can see the confusion. Now, that aside, you know my feelings about calling other people out. Mm-hmm. So him calling you out, him chasing you down, yelling, dude, you're cheating, and denying you. I don't believe in that. Play your game. But
irrelevant to whether or not he's supposed to do that or not. Because remember, at Miami Airsoft, they sort of rely on players policing their own. Mm-hmm. The fact is, at MA, I went further than what most people do, which is my body, if you could see right from here, you can see at least part of it, because that's my head pointing right at the wall. My body's at least beyond the plastic, because that's the wall edge right there. So my butt was definitely inside, because I backed up into it around the guy, and I went out. So that's all that's required. There's no need to go behind the plastic. There's no reason to wait 2 seconds inside a spawn, because at Miami Airsoft, if that was a legit rule at Miami Airsoft, it would cause a hell of a lot more spawn camping issues because of the way the field is set up. Mm-hmm. So in this particular case, when it comes down to what's happening at the field at this particular point in time, these guys that were over here saw that and considered me inside a spawn. Nobody else is complaining about it. Just this dude right here, who, when you're going up, he's not in that spot where he shot me from. You don't see him anywhere until I shot him right here. So what the reality is, he got mad because I shot him and I took him out before he could take me out. He got outplayed.
Roll it back some. Keep rolling back. Keep going. Nope. So his was either an assumption based on time, or I don't see him in that opening to the left of the screen.
This opening over here?
Yeah, I don't see him in there anywhere. It would
he wasn't.
Assumption based on time.
Yeah, because where he was at from the time I backed up, he went from right here to the to the other side of it,
Mm-hmm.
right there. So he went right around that, right in front of 7-Eleven, and came back around. So when it boils down to going back to respawn and everything else, again, you don't have to do anything. And what I said before about, it always seems to be the guys that are cheating the most that cause it. So I didn't go through all the video to see how many times I caught this guy doing the exact same thing, walking in and walking out, just touching the respawn sign, which a lot of people do. To just walk up and touch the respawn sign. And that sometimes backfires for people, right? So if you walk up and you touch that respawn sign, and then go to get in, and you hit that, you can get shot immediately. And that sometimes sucks. It's like, because you don't know that somebody's camping that line down there. So you go up and tap it, and next thing you go, thwack, thwack, ow, shit.
Sure.
Then you typically walk behind the plastic because you want to get set, get your arm gun up, and then you come charging out blasting. So there's strategy and stuff that goes down to it. I've been playing at Miami Airsoft for 2.5 years now. Never once has they said, "Oh, you have to wait 2 seconds inside of respawn." That's not a rule there. It's not even in their rule set. So,
I mean, I've heard that. No, so
yeah. So there's that. Here's the other problem. Which I wanted to show, which is the same. He's part of the same group.
Is that loud?
Yes.
Sorry, guys. Didn't realize it was loud.
Yeah, that is definitely loud. All right. So, as you can see, this is a cheater video, and it's pertinent that we're going over this because we're going to be addressing this in our next segment, which is about the cheater videos at Fields. So I'm going to show this. I'm going to let the video play out. Then I'm going to go back to a certain part of this video to show why there was a problem. But
Back off, walk away. Back off and walk away.
all right, I want to go back to this before I finish playing the video. So this guy is a problem, and you actually could see it right there. You see that green thing coming out from the back of the bus?
Uh-huh.
You could actually hear him get struck by that BB. So he got shot by the guy that was actually this guy that's coming out of the plastic right here. See how he just ran around? It's the same guy he got in an altercation with because he went around that side of the bus and... Oh, no, wrong guy. Hold on. I should probably go to the video. It was the other guy that... Oh, it looks like he just got hit again. So there was another guy on the other side of the bus that shot him, and because he snuck out earlier in this clip that I didn't clip out there. So the dude it's the Punisher. He's one of the Boonie hat actually has a Punisher plate carrier on. You can see him get hit right about there. That BB came in,
hit
him. You can hear the sound. When the guy goes back across, looks like he got hit right there too. I'll have to play back the video and zoom in on it. He got shot 4 times, and then he places his hand on another player. So the guy shoots him at least 4 times. You could hear the shots. It was at close range, and the guy's arguing with him and getting into an altercation with him.
Back off, walk away. Back off and walk away.
Now, at first, when that happened, I thought he was going back to respawn. Right? So we'll play it again.
Are we looking at a different angle? It's hard to tell that you turned your head.
No, this is
different angle.
this is in the same game. Just a little long. Just a little. It was the very next game actually. Very next game. because I was on a different team. That's why I was on. They moved me over, or moved them over. So I just want to show that clearly.
Walk away.
He got hit. Okay, he's going back to respawn. No big deal. I'm sitting there wondering just how long he's going to keep going and do this. Or maybe we're on the same team at this point. But he definitely did not take the hit, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So this was because of their behavior, the fighting, everything else. All the games for the rest of the day were force on force with 0 respawn. Okay? So essentially, the rest of the players got punished because of that team's 4 guys, plus the guys that the one that he was yelling at was 3 other players. Those 7 players caused the 30 of us, the rest of us, the other 30 remaining, to be on force with 0 respawn. So I just got taken out here. I decide I'm going to record.
Yo, you just got hit.
So we're going to go back right about there. You see that body that's inside the pawn shop right there?
Okay.
All right. It does not come through clear on camera, but I can see it. He gets shot right about there in his back.
Yo, you just got hit.
If you listen close, you might hear it.
There's too much background noise to pick up on.
Yo, you just got hit. I'm out. You just got hit. You got hit. Look, the BB's in your back. Where? Turn around. No, the guy that was right there inside a pawn shop shot you as you go through. Turn around. Look.
If you didn't see it, the shot that I saw stuck right there in his back. Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I know why. It's right there in his back. The BB's embedded in his plate carrier.
Okay.
Look, you got a BB right here. Look, I'll pull it out. You got hit. You got me? See?
I'm not gonna call mine because you already got me.
Yeah, the guy back there got you. That was the BB. Okay.
There's a kid over there. That's like same team.
No, it was a guy in white shirt that shot you. White T-shirt, tape. He shot you in the back. See, he got you. Yeah, he did. He shot you right in the back, dude. I got it on camera. I just pulled the BB out of your back, bro.
So, to your earlier statement, you said that this particular field relies on the players to police themselves.
The players to police other players.
Yes.
Well, and what I mean by is just that. Like,
no, I know what you mean by it. It also requires that you listen to each other, that there's mutual respect. There's not. If someone's going to cheat, someone's made a choice to cheat, they're not going to listen to you. You're not an authority. So I'm not a fan of that principle.
Now, typically, if somebody pulls a BB out of your back plate and says, look, you just got shot here, here's the BB, it's in your back. Most people would turn around and say, I'm out. You know, for him to turn around and say, that guy didn't shoot me, he goes, nah. I was like, yeah, he did. It happened right in front of me. He goes, I didn't hear it. I was like, it doesn't matter if you heard it or not. The fact that you got shot and a BB's embedded in your back. And I'm sorry, I heard the thwack. You could actually hear it on the camera. You almost have to isolate the sound and show it where it's at. But that was going on all day. You know, so it's one of the frustrating factors because that was the second game of force on force with 0 respawns. And it's incredibly frustrating to play that sort of game at Miami Airsoft.
Oh, for sure. Well, I get that. And again, that's to my point. That's why you can't rely on the players to police themselves. You or to police it. No, you can't, and you just can't, because obviously you're not even a player at that moment. You're walking around with a camera. You're trying to help, and he not only did he, from the moment you mentioned it, he was trying to find a way out of it. Did you shoot me? No, it was guy over there. Which guy? Show me which guy. Who cares? You got shot, but you're not an authority, so he doesn't have to listen to you.
And
That's the problem with that.
And the problem that I have is that, wait, hold on. I got to go this way. I moved my camera the wrong way. Sorry. The problem that comes up with a lot of that, right, is that at the field, it actually made for a negative experience to where most people left after that zero respawn game, after the second and third zero respawn game, because there was no point in sticking around for it.
Why would you?
Because you have to get people to call it and everything else, and a lot of times these guys don't call it from a distance. Like in that not that game, but in one of the other games, I'm shooting guys because of the D-Hop barrel, because of my awesome guns that are being upgraded by Dead End Outfitters. I can reach from one corner of the field to the other corner of the field. I can shoot extremely long distances. Other people try to match that. It was really funny because I was in Everglades and there was a guy in the tower. He was trying to shoot me at Everglades. I saw the BBs falling in, so I just stepped back, went around to another corner, and just kept shooting until the guy called it, which is the way it all goes. So this was sort of a segue into what came up with Warzone Airsoft. All right, so Warzone Airsoft made a post. Huh?
Warzone Airsoft in the UK. There's a Warzone here in the US. So Warzone Airsoft in the UK.
Yeah, it's Warzone Airsoft in the UK. I'm going to pull it up here. Let me just close out that. Close out all my text chats because nobody needs to see that. Let's go ahead and share the screen again. Don't need to. Okay, here we go. So it says, filming at Warzone, a port notice. We've been asked about our stance on using cameras for airsoft games, so we want to make our position on filming videos at Warzone Airsoft. As it stands as a site organizer, we allow people to film at Warzone, but we want to highlight there's almost no incentive to let people film at their sites anymore. In fact, it comes with pretty high risks to sites and game organizers. The problem is completely at the mercy of the content creator on what they film, how they portray the footage about your site, your games on social media. Yes, it's really cool to watch creative gameplay footage and how they play at your fields, but as YouTube has changed, the content people are uploading in hopes to gain followers and traffic. Or, I'm sorry, so has the content people uploading in hope to gain followers and traffic. Over the years, we've seen players hung out to dry for honest mistakes, airsoft sites' reputation destroyed, people leaving bad reviews on sites they never even visited, and even the players refusing to attend games due to watching videos that have been manipulated, exaggerated, or even faked in hope of going viral. The sad thing is cheating as part of airsoft isn't going away anytime soon, but it's also extremely small minority in the grand scheme of things. But they're made out to be the majority in this sport, thanks to content creators playing an entire day, but only making videos about negative, faking hit markers, or branding honest mistakes as cheating. And we think this is a shame, and it taints the player sites and the sport as we all love as a whole. So to combat this, Warzone's employing a zero tolerance to cheater/negative videos on our site from now on. If a player wants to upload and advertise some sort of negative fueled content, we request those players not to return to Warzone Airsoft. This isn't trying to shy away from problems. We love the sport. We take cheating very seriously, and we have measures in place to combat this. But we also think fueling negativity, creating controversy, and dividing the airsoft community is just as bad. And if you care about the sport as much as we do, you will want to be part of the positive solution by not being aggressive, letting marshals know at the time, and also by sending videos of any problem players to us instead of posting it online. And we will watch, make our own opinion, and deal with it as we see fit. Again, to reiterate, this is almost no incentive for sites to allow players to film at airsoft games anymore. It now carries high risk with it, but sites allow it anyway. Don't take advantage of that. Don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution. Okay. So with that being said, there's a lot to unpack there, and we're going to go over several sections of this. So where do you want to start off with this, Papa? What part of that
What I like, and the way I like to start any of these is well, first for clarification. First, let me ask. There was a section here that said upload to our site.
And I believe that's upload videos of their site.
Okay, so of their location. So and so we're going off the premise that that's what they intended. That's what they meant.
Yes.
And look, I had to do the dramatic removal of my glasses, by the way. If we're going off that premise, the solution, and this actually goes back to what I was just saying about Miami Airsoft. Look, if you want a field to be good, it's the field owner's job. You're going to get whoever wants to play in your field is going to come and play in your field. People are going to try to come to your field all the time anyway. It's the field owner's, event runner, field owner, whoever you want to call them. It's their job to cultivate good players. And this is, to me, it's unrefutable. Irrefutable. Yeah, to me, it's irrefutable. You cannot convince me any other way, because as a coach for a team, as a teacher in a class, as a parent of a child, any one of those things, it's your job to maintain those people that you are in charge of. And when you run a field, it's your job to maintain rule, to maintain all of the guidelines. If there are cheaters and people are cheating, and it's enough that people are posting videos of it, then that's your fault. If you can't combat it, if you can't stop it, that's your fault. To ban someone for exposing something that's occurring. Now,
hold on. Yeah, let's stop there, because let's go through like the different paragraphs here, because if we stay on point, we can do this pretty quick. We can address a lot of it. They said the problem is that we are completely at the mercy of the content creator, what they film, and how they portray footage on your site, on games and social media. Yes, it's really cool to watch creative gameplay videos, how they play your fields. But as YouTube has changed, so has content people are uploading and hope to gain followers and traffic. So the erroneous that's there is that they only think that content creators only posting up cheater videos. While there are a ton of cheater videos that go up, to say that content creators are only looking for that as a way to boost their stats and everything else, I don't think is an accurate thing. Like when I put cheaters on blast on social media, I do, or on TikTok, YouTube, whatever. I don't do it as, oh, give me followers, give me views. I do it as, I want these players to be shamed into playing better. Because
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Like the video I showed last week where the kid sprayed my face after I shot him 10, 15 times. Then he turns around and shoots me and breaks my GoPro lens. Him and his partners left as soon as people said, hey, that's Joker. He's going to put you up on blast for cheating. You better apologize. And instead of apologizing, they packed their shit up and left because they didn't want me to take more video of them not calling their hits and putting them on even more of a blast. And we still talked about it last week. So I didn't do it to gain followers and traction. I did it to stop the behavior.
I'm not a fan of cheater videos. I haven't been because to an extent there's an accurate statement there. Yeah, for a while there's guys that's all they show were cheater videos. There are content creators out there that is all they show. They make they make their money because they do get paid. They make their money off of showing cheater videos. So it's not I don't necessarily disagree with them in regards to that. I'm not a fan of cheater videos because I don't care. Someone's going to cheat, let them cheat. That's their own integrity. They have to live with themselves. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm not eating dinner with them, so it doesn't matter to me. But if putting them out there so everyone knows, so you're making them aware, all right, I can understand that. It's not something I would do, but I can understand it. But I'll turn it back over. You want to roll forward to the next paragraph?
Yeah. So, because that's like sort of the next thing. It's like The sad truth is, cheating as a part of airsoft isn't going anywhere anytime soon, but it's extremely small minority in a grand scheme of things. But there may not add to be the majority of this sport, thanks to content creators playing the entire day, making videos about the negative, faking hit markers, or branding honest mistakes as cheating. We think it's shameful, taints the players' sites and sport we love as a whole. Now, I agree that if you have a content creator out there, fake, like if you notice on the videos I put up, I hardly ever put up hit markers anymore. And when I do, it's after I've already zoomed in to where the hit was to show exactly where my tracer BB landed. And then I put the mark on there or even a circle around it. So, I'm sorry. I just lost that rabbit ducking. Too many cheater videos, more dick shot videos. Put another one up of Tinker getting shot in the nuts. That's always great. So I agree. I think the hit markers are sort of a problem in airsoft now. Like so many times people put the hit markers up there because they don't take the extra effort if they're going to edit in those shots that you edit in directly on that where that shot hits so people can see, oh, you hit them. And when they put that fake sound in there too, I stopped doing that a year ago because I just think it's, I don't know. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't look right.
And you know, again, first of all, there's not a plethora, and correction, it's not a minimum. There are
a lot.
But to say it's not going away anytime soon is like saying, look, I know I beat my wife, but you know, there's plenty of people that beat their wives. I should be okay to beat my wife. You know,
Jesus Christ.
That's not okay to say. It's I like streams. It's not okay to say that. It's a better statement, especially for the person who is responsible for every person on that field, for every single player. You own the field. You're running the field. You're responsible for everybody on that field. For you to say, it happens. No, that's not okay. It should be your job to promote fair play. To say, we don't accept cheating and we're going to be on the lookout for it. Let's make it less. Not say it's okay because it's always there. I run a field. I got shop. I do all of that. I'm a player. I understand there's going to be some people who don't have integrity. That doesn't make it okay. Doesn't mean it's always going to be there, because if I worry about mine and you worry about yours, eventually it'll go away.
You're a lot more pessimistic on that or a lot more optimistic than I am on that. I'm very pessimistic. I don't think airsoft cheaters are going away anytime soon. I think there's always going to be a problem. There's always going to be people that have, like Op4 Airsoft team said, no honor. And a lot of people don't have the honor when they play the sport. They think that they're Billy badasses because they can scroll through and shoot a ton of people. And I see it on TikTok quite a bit. People that post videos of Miami Airsoft, Susoft being one of them. And I'll call him out as a content creator that you can see in his videos where he gets shot. He speeds up his videos. He gets shot doing a sweep through 20 people, and miraculously he doesn't get shot once during his spree and overshoots the hell out of everybody when he's already been hit. And it causes a problem for the sport. Now, when it goes to, branding honest mistakes as cheating, well, it depends. It's like a lot of times people get frustrated as a player if they're going through and they're shooting somebody because it's at a distance and somebody goes, they don't see where the shot came from, so they don't call it. Now, snipers get this a lot because they only are shooting one BB every 2 seconds?
Yeah, right.
So and they're usually shooting from greater distances. So if people don't see where they're getting hit from, it might just be one of those things. Did I get hit? So I understand that, but at the same time, people need a hit to hit a hit. The next portion that they talk about this isn't to try to shy away from problems. We love the sport. We take cheating very seriously, and measures in place to combat this. We also think fueling negativity, creating controversy, and dividing the airsoft community is just as bad. If you care about the sport as much as we do, we want to become the positive solution by not being aggressive, letting marshals know at the time, by sending any videos of problematic players to us. Instead of posting it online, we'll watch it, make our own opinion, and deal with it as we see fit. See, as a content creator, that right there is a statement where I say, go fuck yourself. And here's why. And the reason why I say it so harshly. Do you know how many times I've sent video to fields and say, hey, here's your sponsored player cheating.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take it under advisement. Okay, well, they're going up on blast because I gave you an opportunity to rectify it. You didn't rectify it. I'm going to put up there. And so many of these fields have players that become really friendly with the owner, like I'm friends with you, right? Mm-hmm. So if all of a sudden somebody were to send a video to you saying, hey, here's a video of Joker cheating, and it blatantly shows me not taking hits and
Mm-hmm.
running forward and continue to do it, and you say, all right, well, that's not our opinion, so we're not going to do anything with it. I'm sorry, but a lot of times the reason why these videos goes up is because shit's not identified and not corrected. Like that video we just showed you of the guy with the boonie hat taking hits, not calling hits. That's the reason why instead of those players being stopped from playing for the rest of the day, the rest of the player base is force on force with 0 respawns. The rest of the players get punished like that. That's bullshit. And there's so many fields that do stuff like that. So this is more along the lines that they're trying to change their brand and what their field is known for, because content creators are constantly most of them probably are going up to you and to the field owner and say, hey man, Marshall, do something about this.
Yeah, so, I mean, I can't agree really with almost any statement that they've made in this so far. Like I said, I don't care for cheater videos, and I do agree to an extent that there's people that definitely post them up to try to boost their numbers, things like that. But to deny them, to decline them, to and to take any position against them, I don't agree with. To each his own. Let them do what they're going to do. If you feel threatened by it, and this probably rolls us into the next paragraph, I think.
Yeah.
To do anything, to have recourse to to if somebody shows a video of someone cheating on your field, that should be an alert to you that that's happening. Mm-hmm. Whether you choose to do something directly to the player or not, you can change. You change the structure of your field. You change the way you manage your field at that point. I mean, look, not everybody likes confrontation, so they may not be comfortable going up to an individual saying, by the way, it was submitted to me. I had a video submitted to me that showed you taking a hit and not calling it. In this instance, I'm going to presume you didn't feel it, you didn't recognize it. Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do is from now on, try to be a little more cognizant. Right. I don't want that on the field. I'm sure you don't want that out on the internet. That's an easy conversation to have. Really simple conversation to have. But
the problem a lot of times is that, you always know something's going to be like rentals. 9 times out of 10, rentals are going to have problems with adhering to the rules because they don't get if they get some of the rules, they don't retain a lot of the rules. They forget some of the rules. They if it's their first time playing, they're overly excited, overshooting, blind firing, everything that you could possibly think. Those are players to nurture, not do it. However, if the same player is doing it over and over and over again, it gets down to a point where it's like a learned behavior. So the final point of this is where I really take issue with a lot of the shit a lot of the stuff that they post here. Again, to reiterate, there's almost no incentive for sites to allow players to film airsoft games anymore, and now it carries high risk with it. But sites allow it anyway, so don't take advantage of that. Don't be part of the problem. Be part of the solution. Okay, I will say that sentence complete bullshit, and the reason why I'm saying it is this is all about them trying to protect their reputation and nothing else. And the reason why I say it that way is because
I'm listening.
Bad reviews or cheater videos is in a video. Bad cheater videos. Well, yes, they're inherently negative. What it does is it brings attention to the site regardless. And if cheater videos really had that much of an impact on gameplay, then Miami Airsoft would not be in business, period. Miami Airsoft would have changed their ways that they ref their games over the past 5 years. They haven't. In fact, more people find Miami Airsoft because of all the cheater videos that are out there.
It's true.
So
I will tell you that all I've ever known is a negative public view of Miami Airsoft. I've never heard a positive statement made. Now I went and I played there, and I had a pretty decent time. But I tend to have more patience and tolerance than most people, and I have a desire to improve the game as a whole more than most people do. I will say that I saw quite a bit of excessive shooting and excessive force fields, and apparently level 3 plates. Whatever you want to call it, it didn't seem as though some of these guys were actually feeling and calling their hits. Again, to threaten a player, to intimidate a player, to as opposed to dude, go after those that are the wrongdoers, not the whistleblowers. Now, sometimes whistleblowers are assholes. Absolutely. Sometimes the whistleblowers exaggerate. Sometimes the whistleblowers are all of those things that they said they are. Go after them. Yeah. Go after them also. Go after both, but don't let those that are the wrongdoers get away with it just because the whistleblower is an asshole. Go after them both. If that's your stance, if you're going after somebody, then go after both. Fix your problem. Don't plant flowers and shit. Don't
but planting flowers and shit helps them grow better.
Yeah, you're right. That was a very bad.
That's a really bad analogy.
Normally, I'm better at that. It's been a very long day. Normally, I'm better at analogies than that.
So, the big problem that I have with pretty much all this is that you're going to talk about that you're going to ban players for posting negative videos on your site. I just looked up Warzone Airsoft in UK on Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their review is 4.7 with 44 Google reviews. So 4.7 out of 5. That's not bad at all.
Yeah. From my understanding, we have a 4.9, but hey, that's just me.
But and I want to by proxy, Miami Airsoft 4.3 with 367 reviews. And they have a shit ton of cheater videos coming out of that site.
Can you pull us up real quick, by the way? Tell me what ours are. Can you pull us up real quick and tell me what ours are?
What? Dead End Outfitters?
Yep, it'll say Dead End Outfitters, DO Battlegrounds, formerly Operators 31.
4.9 out of 44 Google reviews.
No, I'll take that.
And I'm going to go ahead and write a 1-star review right now. Bring that down a notch. So, like by proxy, I think I looked this one up before. There's another site that we know so well that is 3.8 with 210. So Miami Airsoft, with all the cheater videos, has a higher rating than a field that we won't mention here that's in Central Florida, in the D-Land area, that has actually a lower rating. So cheater videos don't really impact at all. In fact, they could actually bring awareness to your field and bring people out. So I think it's a wrong stance to take.
I agree.
So, But segueing into that, there's one thing that will cause a lot of negativity for your field and cause repeat customers not to come back, cause people to put bad reviews up and not go through. And that is a toxic fan base. Or a fan base that feels the need to defend your company so much that it actually draws negative attention to your field and pushes people away.
Look at you with the segues. Gotta tell you today, you've been on it. Not gonna lie. gotta give you the props on the segues today. People, you know he's doing that just because he wants to get off early tonight.
Well, it's not a matter that I want to get off early tonight. I have to get off early tonight because I have to I got to pack the rest of the trailer. I got to pack all my stuff. I got to make sure all the batteries are charged that everybody gave me. So there's a lot of work for me to do tonight. And I have to be up at 8 o'clock in the morning to get on the road to start driving to Wisconsin.
All I heard was wow.
Yeah. Mr. I'm going to go fly in a fucking airplane. On an aeroplane. All right. So there was a recent discussion that happened of a person asking what their thoughts are about is it worth it to go to a particular field? The following responses was not positive in regards to that field. There was a ton of other positives that happened in return. There's like a lot of other fields that were mentioned. There was.
You are trying hard. You want me to help out?
No, it's not that. It's an alert popped up. I read the alert. It says, and this was on one of the manyest places that we posted a link for the video. It says, I mean, cheater videos are super annoying to me and usually are people who just don't know the rules. And that is correct. Yeah. So there are a lot of times when they're doing that, it's like, if I do a cheater video, I'm usually not targeting rentals.
Mm-hmm.
I usually go up and try to have a conversation with the person that's there, and how they respond is a different story.
Except for the kid who took the shot in the helmet and said, no, I didn't mean the helmet, I'm okay.
Yeah, that was like, what the hell? That was pure stupidity. And that was like my instant reaction of like, it's not body armor.
That was a good one. So, if you're representing your field, right? Regardless of, you got to be careful, guys, how you rep, how you defend your field, how you talk about your field, what you say about your field versus other fields, things like that. I love the fact that people love coming to our field. I love the fact that people really love Dead End Outfitters, love us, as a company, as a field. That's amazing. But I don't want anybody dogging another field. Because when you're talking about us as your field, then you're representing us. And if you're representing us in a negative light, even though you're trying to do a positive thing, it still it brings negative attention to us. And at some point you go, those are the kind of people that go to that field. Or, that's not a good thing.
And just so you guys know, the reason why I'm not saying the field name is you all that know the field I'm talking about. Some of you probably even know the post I'm talking about. But if you don't know the field, go back through some of our past streams. You'll figure it out. You'll just go back through some of the past videos that we put up. You'll pretty much figure out who we're talking about. This field was operating illegally for several years, had tens of thousands of dollars in fines, was doing illegal dumping on the property, has random barbed wire all across the place. You get sermons taught at you. So there's a long list of negative shit that goes on with this field. So whenever a post goes up in one of the communities, it's sort of hard to defend a reputation. And there's too much of a need to defend it because you're seeing nothing but negativity about the place you play. I get the desire to want to stand up and do it, but sometimes it's not worth it to talk against people, especially people that have facts of why that field has problems. So, for example, I'll say it in extreme otherwise. If you're a cheater, you don't go to Papa's Field because you're not going to be welcome there for very long. You're probably going to, as a cheater, and if you're caught cheating on the field, you're probably going to be overshot. You're probably going to be kicked off the field early. You're going to have,
You'll be overshot because one of the rules on my field is if you're shooting someone and you believe that you're hitting them and you believe that they're not calling the hit, continue to shoot them. If they still don't call it, get someone else to help you shoot them who shoots better, faster, harder than you. And never is it okay to call somebody else's hit on my field. So they're not going to see you and go, "That dude's a cheater. Let's get him." I want to make that clear because the way you
Actually,
said it,
actually, what you just said is exactly what it is. You know,
Not
it's exact. Wait, hold on. I got the best example. Hold on. I got the best example of that rule. I'll pull it up, and it's gonna take me now a second to get back to that.
It's not about looking at a person saying that person doesn't call their hits. Let's go after them. If you're engaged with someone, and you feel that you're hitting them and they're not calling their hit, then you just keep shooting them. If they are cheating, eventually they will call the hit, or they'll be pelted and welted. So, one way or the other, they're going to pay for it. But no, I'm not. I don't encourage doing harm. I don't encourage hunting down and bullying. I don't encourage any of that. Most definitely, I don't.
Here's what Papa says. So,
Shoot him.
now he shot about 5 more times when he did that. You know,
that was a positive example, a proper example of what to do. Absolutely, 100%. You weren't picking someone who you have seen cheat before and hunt them down. But them and you got someone to assist you.
And if you go off the field, you get a ref and you tell a ref, "Hey, this is what's going on," and you can say, "Hey, I got video. I'll show you video right now of this guy simply not facing the other direction, getting pelted." You're going to get kicked off the field. You know, so Papa's reputation for not allowing cheaters to be on the field can cause people to turn around and say, "I don't want to go out there because they're going to kick us off for saying that we're cheating and we're not cheating." Okay. My response would be, well, if as a follower of the field, that's like, well, the only reason why you'd be kicked off is if you're actually doing something wrong. It's not something that's there. There's no leg to stand on. The field in question banned a whole bunch of people for just being friends with other people. Like if you go to that field and you mention that you're my friend or that you've been on this stream, you're banned. You can't go. They won't let you play there. So if that's the case, if that's the case, then when the player base is sitting there saying, "Oh, well, our field, it's this, and this," I'm sorry, but there's a whole lot of people that can't play at your field because they simply know me.
So remember, I started off in the stream talking about the gentleman that the player that used to play at the field, and he came into the shop today.
Yeah,
he and I were talking. We were going over different stuff and talking about the rules and everything like that. And as I'm saying them, he starts quoting them with me. He goes, "Oh no, I used to know them, backwards and forwards. I used to be able to quote the rules." Absolutely. That's why I used to love playing at the field, because you wouldn't find those kind of players. And when you did go to other fields, you would see the difference. He would say those kind of things. And, I said it before, Alfor agreed, agreed with me. You can manage your field to get to a particular level where bad players won't want to come, or bad players will eventually become good players.
Yeah, but this is not about whether or not bad players are good players. This is about the toxic fan base that you might have that literally pushes you away from everybody else. So, Op4 Airsoft Team, it's in Central Florida. I'm pretty sure if you Google field operating illegally, it'll come up. The big problem that comes with it is if your field, like Miami Airsoft, if you're trying to argue against at Miami Airsoft about trying to convince people to go down there, all these cheaters are down there. Well, I advise people don't go on the weekends because you get overshot and everything else. But the problem is, if those
more aggressive on the weekends,
huh?
It's a little more crowded and a little more aggressive on the weekends.
And there's a lot less hit calling because there's a lot of younger players there and the way they're doing things. And if you know that going into the field, okay, you know how to play with that. But if there will be people that will defend Miami Airsoft, say, no, Saturdays are the best day, targets, opportunity, everything else. And you go back against it and you say, yeah, but there's a lot of people that don't call their hits. There's a lot of fights that break out because of it. There's a lot of overshooting and all that. There's really not a way to overcome that sort of thing. What they should say instead is, it's like, you tell the ref, you go out there, but it's got a great field, great environment. I mean, it's one of the best indoor fields in Florida. It's got a great theme, probably one of the best themes I've been at in all the indoor fields I went to. The theme is freaking awesome. And it's one of those things of, there's ways that you talk only about the positives. You don't talk about the negatives, right? And if there's nothing but negative about your field, perhaps you might want to check a different profession, but you simply stop responding to the people, because as soon as they call you out on their bullshit, if you respond trying to defend your bullshit, it's only going to cause that person to reply more and more, and it just reinforces the negative, because there's not a chance in hell after you reply. Like if Papa says there's no cheating at my field, and I say, yeah, well, there's a couple of guys there that did cheat. I got this video. Remember this video right here? Those people cheating on the field, and you turn around and go, look, man, I had enough of your nonsense. It's not true. It's simply not there. My response is going to go down, and next thing you know, it makes Papa look like a raging dickhole.
Huh? Careful with that one, because you're leading into my next project. So,
so the problem that comes down to it is that sometimes you just got to tell your player base, if somebody posts something negative, talk about the positive things on the field and just the positives. Don't respond to, if somebody's coming up there, don't respond to the player that's, the one player that keeps responding to every post saying, yeah, well, what about this? Yeah, what about this? Yeah, what about this? Or just stop talking about it altogether. There's certain aspects. Correct, Op4. Warzone Airsoft is in the UK. The field we're talking about is in Central Florida.
Yes.
So what this segment's about toxic player bases in Central Florida.
No, toxic player base as a whole, not just the toxic player base in Central Florida.
Well, yeah, the toxic player base, I've seen it in other fields too. This just came up over the course of the last 24 hours. And it was a response to, is it worth it to go to this field? And with so many negative responses out there, you're only going to reinforce a negative as soon as you start responding. Because as soon as they started responding, some of the fans decided to attack other places and attack the people that were commenting with their facts of what happened with the place. Like, for example, this field is capped off at 50 players. It's capped by the county. And it has nothing to do with COVID. This was pre-COVID. It was capped by the county because they were operating. Well, it was actually post-COVID, but it was capped by the county because they were operating illegally for years, and they had over $63,000 in code enforcement fines. So the county, in order for them to operate, can have no more than 50 players on and no more than 3 MILSIM events or events per year. And that's because they were bad neighbors. They were intentionally shooting propane cannons to make sounds towards their neighbors. Kind of a dickhole move. Because of all this, they had it in place. The person that was defending the place said, oh, it's probably because of, the super spreader events is the reason why it's slowed down. No, you know exactly why this happened. It's because of the bad behavior. And then that player decides to jump on and attack another field called Xplex, saying, "Oh, the person says Xplex is nearby. It's a lot more fun to play on." And they go, "Oh yeah, well they drained their field yet," which led to smart aleck responses coming back in. It says something that if players would rather play in a swampy water than to play at this field, that says something about X field.
Can we highlight Shockwave's last comment?
Yes, we can, even though it's got very bad.
It does, but I know what he meant to say. I knew what he meant to say.
But it goes down to it. There was also toxic players at Op 31 that
There
caused
were.
players to walk away.
Yep, there
So-
were, and we do what we can and what we have to. We do the best we can, but as in life, there's different kinds of people all over the place. If you control an environment, you can do, and you use your standing to try to. And look, if you issue it enough in the present, it'll actually be present in the future. So when these people go to defend you, if someone stands up and goes to and tries to defend Op 31 or anything or DEO, they're going to they're hopefully they're going to use better demeanor. They're not going to have toxic or aggressive statements. They're not going to try to tear other places down just to uplift DEO. They'll use positive statements about DEO, and that's it. Which is not what happened with this one you're talking about.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not unusual. It might seem like I'm picking on this one field. I'm not even mentioning the field's name on purpose. I'm mentioning the conversation because it's one of the most recent incidences of stuff like that. What?
I'm sorry. Ryan's coming.
Oh, you just now saw it? I was. I'm trying to ignore that.
Because it goes to the end of the 2.0.
Anyways, back to my point.
Sorry.
It's only being brought up because, there's at certain times where you have to sit back and think, hey, am I actually doing the right thing for the field? Am I actually doing a positive thing by responding to this in this mesh? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know what you need? Bling! Mishka has entered the chat.
Yeah. Bling. Michigan has been forced out of the chat.
Ashley, why does Papa look so much smaller in the shop? Funny story, guys. When I went to go do the mount on the truck, we put the pole up. There was a 5-foot tall pole. I stood up on there. I was like, shit, I could barely see over this. Papa, he won't even be able to look down the sights at all. Why not just have me on the show? No. There's a reason why. There's a reason why Mishka's not allowed on the show. And tell me I am not wrong. So the thing is, it's like
bad camera angles is what does that to a dude. God, everybody's a freaking critic.
Still making you look down. It's still looking down. So
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
reduce the headroom, but yeah, it's instead of it being stretched. Shut up, Ashley.
But it's like
something.
We had a problem with some people bad mouthing DEO, right? We had a group of people that were bad mouthing DEO. There was a certain point where it was just pointless, and had to stop talking to the individuals that were trashing DEO, because anything else that was said would actually do more harm than good, because now it's amplifying those negative players if the post just goes away, which also goes down the line to what is something that should be very important for most people that don't know this when it comes down to shops in your area and everything else. All right, if your defense against any argument is, well, those detractors are either had another field, play or run another field, or have a desire to form a field, or are friends with another field, you lost any and all arguments. And here's some of the key things why. One, if that field is within 50-mile radius of your field, you have a little bit of a valid point that they could be doing it to mess with your player base, right? In this particular field's case, there's only one other field that's right next to them. The rest of them are just on the edge of that 50-mile radius. There's not a chance that those fields are really going to pull players from the problem field, okay? Xplex might, but the rest of the fields won't. So if I'm talking about their field in a negative light, I'm all the way down in Miami. There's not a chance in hell that anybody in my area of Miami, in Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, are going to be traveling 3 hours to go up to that field at all. There's just not a chance. Anybody that, if Papa was saying it over in Cape Coral, none of his players are going to travel all the way over to D-Land to play. I mean, it's bad enough. It's hard enough to get players to go from Fort Myers to Lithia, Fort Myers to Tampa, where there's two other great fields within that directional path to go there. The field that's near Xplex that we're referring to would have to be having such a badass event that would draw people to go through normal areas of play that are closer to go there for a destination. It's just not going to happen. Just because I'm friends with Papa does not mean that I want to see this field fail because I want his to succeed. It doesn't work that way, you know.
You actually need more fields to succeed, so the sport continues to grow and can populate and propagate better play instead of enforcing. You just now saw that. I don't give her any credit for that one. I mean, that one's been around. God, they're about as old as your jokes. That's why I don't laugh at them anymore. They're not. I mean, I'm waiting for somebody to be original.
As you were saying, so continue.
I mean, tearing down someone else does nothing but tear the rest of us down. You know, for every time someone makes a negative comment about anywhere in airsoft, every negative comment, it affects everyone in airsoft and everywhere in airsoft. So, because we're all a part of the same thing. So we need to make uplifting statements. You know, that's how you keep this growing. If you find something wrong, you don't just point out that it's wrong and run away. You don't drop a bomb and go duck and hide. You try to fix it. You try to make it better. If you can't make it better there, you make it better in your area. You go to a field. You go to a field and you find that field does something wrong. Well, now you've been made aware of what not to do on your field.
Exactly. And to come out that is like the statement of, oh, well, they work at other fields. Yes, because you push them away. Like most of the people that this field's referring to, or these players are referring to, is people that have been banned from the field, people that used to work for them that have been fired for no reason whatsoever, fired for just being a woman. And of course, they went to other locations. Now, some of them might live in the same area and went to go work for Xplex or support Xplex. Xplex originally was only for paintball. And then all of a sudden, there's a sudden demand for airsoft. I wonder why.
Yep.
So, and if players are willing to deal with ankle-deep water running around and splashing to play, it says something about that field. Whether you like it or not, for people, and I can tell you right now, if this was... I don't want to talk bad about any other field. Oh, TAC is closed. TAC's closed. So we could talk about them. Like, to use the example.
Talk bad about them all you want.
No, I'm not going to talk bad about any field that doesn't deserve it. I also don't want to name this field in general. So if your DEO loves all, there we go. But oops, sorry. I did not mean to put that up there a second time. I swear to God. I went to just click off of Chez's comment.
You recycle her jokes like you recycle your own. It's okay. Yeah, actually,
yes. I definitely that was pretty gross. So for example, we had played North vs. South 1 on Op 31 in ankle deep water the entire weekend. We were literally splashing all over the place.
And just so you all know, anybody who doesn't know this story, at the beginning of the day, every single person there was offered a refund. They were offered the opportunity to walk the field, see exactly what was going on the field, and every single person was offered a refund. Not one person took it, and 136 players that day.
And then one YouTube content creator decided that he was going to try talking shit about it and got properly schooled. Not me. But however, if I went to like say TAC and I didn't like TAC and they have ankle deep water, I'll be like, fuck that. I'm not playing. It's not worth it. I don't like the field. I don't like the players. And I'm not saying anything. TAC shut down. That's the only reason why I'm saying TAC's name. That's why I was trying to find a place that is closed that I could say that about. Actually, I'll give a perfect example. Hot Shots over in West Palm. Hot Shots is no longer around. There's a new company that has taken over. I would barely play at. I played Hot Shots twice. I would never play at Hot Shots again because of the way that the field was and everything else. But if that field had, even if I drove an hour and all of a sudden I found out that there's ankle deep water in there, I would turn around and drive the fuck back home. I would not play on that field because I do not like the field. I did not like, it was not worth it to me to go out there and play. So it says something for Op 31, for the community that was built there, that I'm willing to play in the rain, risk my gear, risk my guns to play in ankle deep water all weekend long and have a blast.
For some of us, it was actually mid-drift deep water.
For Greg, it was actually right there. I had to carry around in my backpack as like a backpack all day. So it does nothing to help your field. You have to talk. If your field has a negative reputation and that so much that anytime somebody posts asking about going there, there's a wave of people saying, "Don't go. It's not worth it." And these are names I don't recognize.
Yeah.
That's another big factor, guys. It's like, yes, I have not been a fan of this field ever since Northern Watch. I've been very vocal and outcry about it, and usually I keep my mouth shut about it after something ends. Like, they got shut down. We went to the council meeting to try to keep them shut down. They were opened back up. We dropped all comments about them until they said or did something else, like I think it was a month later. Well, now we're going to talk about them again. That's the third time I got a ban. Now, we saw new pricing that came out that gouges the player in pricing for crappy ass BBs. We talked about this in the past. You know, they're charging $45 a game day, and you have to use their shitty BBs that, yeah, are probably not biodegradable at all.
But we're not going to go there right now because that's not what this stream is about.
Yeah,
the stream is about being careful about how you defend your field, because you might still bring a negative light on either your field, yourself, or the airsoft community as a whole.
And if your field has had an issue, the last thing that you want to do is bring my name is Garcia. What's up, Gary? So if the field has that negative thing on there, you have to fight back with nothing but positive. You can't go back about the other thing. And if the stuff starts going down there, sometimes it's better to shut the hell up about it and let those people go, because nothing's going to change in the short term. Oh, you're the. Oh, gotcha. I know who you are now. Nothing's gonna change those perspectives until there's long-term change in effect that is overwhelmingly positive for the field. And even then, it would take a monumental change to change the opinions from a lot of people. That's the problem that comes down to it. You know, I mean, you have some stuff to really overcome at this particular field, and you sitting there hammering down that this field's great, this field's awesome, and ignoring the negatives that came with it is out there. Give me 1 second. Yes, I 100% agree with you with that, Shockwave. Speaking of negativity, I hate it when people on Reddit make a Facebook post on, got my first airsoft gun on loadout, excited to play, and they get a wall of people shitting on everything that they bought. 100% agree with you. It's a kind of a messed up thing that happens when people are trying to show off stuff that's there. It's like, I always try to tell people, you know, it's like the only time I usually say something bad is with what the box that he has right there, Lancer Tactical. I shit all over Lancer Tactical because so many of their guns break on me. However, somebody's new to the sport and all that, I was like, look, most Lancer Tacticals are great shells. They're easy to upgrade, and you can put a lot of cool stuff inside of them.
And allow me to correct that statement. All entry level Lancer Tacticals actually are where their poorest QC is. When you move into their mid and upper grade guns, you start seeing the higher performance and better QC. But go on.
So the problem is though that experience everybody else has with that, right? So if the majority of Lancer Tacticals people have are the entry levels or maybe they're mid grade ones and they're having problems, like the Lancers I had, 2 were entry level, 2 were mid grade, and I had problems with every single one of them. Now, I still have the bodies because, well, actually, I don't have the bodies on most of them. I only had the bodies on one. It's really sad that I fell on my Lancer Tactical that was all metal. The damn thing bent and broke.
That's not sad. You fell on my twin brother and killed him. I mean, you're just a big fat ass. What are you
but
do?
my G&G, I fell on that and it was just fine.
All right. So, on a positive note, this is going to be our next raffle for anybody interested. I'm trying to see if I can get it in
Oh wait,
here.
hold on. Here, I'll do it this way.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Just thought we would lead into a little bit more of a positive note.
Can't see it.
I know you can't. It's called building up. Building up to the. You know what I mean.
We can't see it, Greg.
Yeah. Look over all your chins and you'll be able to see it. So, if you look close,
we see your feet. This is not that kind of stream.
Shut your mouth. Okay. This is what we got right here. That's the Space Force hater. There we go. Try to get it in. Space Force hater right there. And the new Lancer Tactical Needle Tail, right? Space Force Edition. Both of these will be coming together as the our next raffle. So everybody take a good look. This is the Needle Tails are the they are the upper grades. They do come with MOSFETs. They do come with electronic triggers. So and the Space Force hater does actually come with the holster as well. So just wanted to throw that out there to everyone so we can end this in a nice positive note, show something nice, and
well, I think this stream on a whole has been nice. I mean, we were mostly identifying, the only negativity we were talking about is that, if your field has that reputation and you're toxic in responses, it's not going to build any positives towards that.
No, you're right. I just wanted I just wanted to do some more self-promotion.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah, well,
this is not the 3 hour long DEO
one
show.
of us has to do your job. So one of us has to do your job. So
one of us has to do my job. Okay. Well, I didn't know that you're going to talk about that raffle item or anything else. So you can go ahead and eat a big old bag of Papa's Dick Fart number 2, Dick Fart 2 rifles or whatever.
2.0. Thank you very much, and I appreciate the naming of the mock suppressor. So thank you, Brian.
Greg, when does the raffle go live? Because it looks like we already got some people interested in it. Guys, here at Players Wanted, we are also going to be doing a raffle sometime in the near future because we need to start raising money for the battle bus again. We need blue paint so we can get inside of so we can make sure that the battle bus actually looks like the battle bus, the Fortnite battle bus, so we can start getting the conventions, because that's one way that Papa and I are going to bring more people into the sport. Because
I've never done an online raffle, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had. No,
I paused because I was like, because we're going to be doing conventions in the state of Florida with the battle bus. We want to bring out the positive attentions to this. So for those of you that have always thought that we're nothing but negative, we're only negative or talking about the negative things because we want the positive outcome. Papa and I have different mentalities when it comes down to it. I turn around and say, hey, stop fucking up. Papa's like, that really shouldn't have been done that way. You should, realize that when you get shot, you're supposed to call your hit.
I'm a coach, you're an asshole.
Now, if you're a new player, I have a little bit more sympathy on you and give you like 3 strikes and then you're out. Third time, can I borrow the 240 for truck BBs? You're talking about the one that goes on the Are you talking about my 240 that goes on the battle bus? No, because the last thing I need is your truck fucking up my turret. Call it the clap.
He called it a loudener. He called it a loudener.
You need a louder. It's an amplifier, Duck. An amplifier. Sound amplifier is what they call those on the front, not a suppressor. Oh.
It's a loudener and a quieter.
Wow, where'd you get the turret from? I bought the turret. Thank you very much.
We've never done an online raffle before, and
I've done it.
To do.
I've done it, and it's kind of interesting how we can do it. One way would be that, whenever people donate, we take the funds, break it down. For every, like, say, if you're doing $1 a ticket, so if somebody puts in $20, they get that many tickets, and then it's a random name generator that we populate right on the screen, and then people win. So, also, guys, just so you're aware, Dead End Outfitters has almost every single thing that you need in the Southwest Florida region for airsoft. He has HPA BBs. He's got Ace Tech tracers. He's also got high-powered airsoft tracers. Well, he's also got high-powered airsoft balance chargers, the really good ones too. He's got a whole lot of guns for you to buy. Baofeng radios. He's got pyro. He's got grenades. He's got smoke. He's got green gas. He's got. Actually, I have that badass pistol, don't I?
Which one?
The Galaxy.
You have you have it right now. You have it with you. Yeah.
Shit, I wish I would have had
the updated model with the laser.
With the laser. Yeah. So
let me tell you, that gun. Not only is it sick, like it plays it, like its action is fantastic. We made it look so much better. We really did. I don't mean to pat myself on the back. I can't quite reach. I'm getting older.
Yeah, you seem to be doing it just fine. Thank you.
But we really did. We threw a little bit of our flavor on it, and it absolutely, it didn't need any internals, but the externals we put on were yeah.
Yeah, Greg really needs your money. He's also got.
Go ahead.
He's also got patches. He's got battle bus patches. He's got hood rat shit patches. He's got the tactical hood rat patches. He's got some players wanted patches. Awesome DEO patches.
Coming soon, we will have the official Papa logo patch.
Papa Smurf.
That has been set into. Will you shut your mouth? Learn to take that thing that's over your lip and pull it down over the rest of your mouth.
Well,
okay?
You know what? You should have mentioned the goddamn patch, and I wouldn't have spoiled it. You started talking about it, so I said what I knew.
Wait, you have no idea how to build anticipation, do you? None whatsoever.
Yes, I do. Papa Smurf.
I have the patch is actually with Brian Slater from Tactical Imaging. He's designing it right now. We do have shirts. Actually, we are ordering our shirts again now. We have field shirts coming, which are long sleeve, and we have our polo shirts. We will be actually designing mechanic shirts as well. We're going to be doing mechanic shirts, so they will. We'll be wearing those in the shop, and they will be up for sale as well. They will have a DEO patch on them, and they'll have Velcro on either side, so you can have a name and a name patch and Dead End Outfitters patch Velcroed on. We're going to have all of that for sale soon. We're doing all this for you guys because of what you guys do for us. We want to give you the opportunity to be a part of it. See, and now you just lost your monetization. Good job. So
that's actually not the theme song from the show. That is one there's a lot more rock elements put into it, so it's not the exact same thing. So
don't give him any laughter credit for that.
Oh,
Everything-
bullshit. That's funny as hell.
No, it was my joke.
I don't. It's still funny. That's
But
what
it's
you don't
my
get.
joke.
It's still
So
fucking
you
funny.
don't get credit for that. It's my joke.
It doesn't matter. I'm the one that keeps playing the theme song. You didn't think to play the theme song right now, did you? No.
I don't play theme songs. I play
Theme
songs.
songs.
No, you. There you go.
Look, it's not a stream till we argue, okay?
I started off arguing. You just went here. So
Yeah,
guys,
but then we both have to argue.
If you're in the area, and everything I just said, by the way, the patches are being they're being done by Brian Slater Technical Imaging. He's actually doing the artwork for my patch, the DEO patch. We already have we already have the design for it. We're getting more of those brought out. As far as the shirts, those are actually all being done by Lori Watson Creations. She does all of our slings. She does our tourniquets. You guys can come pick up some of ours or get them directly from her and have her make you some custom ones.
She can make custom ones with your own team logos and everything else.
Yeah, absolute gorgeous work. Yeah, keep it local, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Keep it local. Give your business to your local fields, to your local shops. If you're not local to me, if you happen to be somewhere else, go to one of the other shops. I would love for you to come to me. If you need work done to your gun, only come to me. I'm sorry, that was a little serving on that one.
Yeah, it was a little self-serving, but definitely deserved because we're not going to mention the other shops that we had to have. We're not going to mention the ones that really bad and everything else. Again, you guys can figure that out too if you just look at some of the past streams. But Papa's had to fix 4 different shops' work on my guns. So I want to address this one right here. See what I'm telling you, Joker? Listen to Papa. Uplift the sport. All right. So when we do these streams and everything else, we just spent 2 hours and roughly 20 minutes talking about uplifting the various things that they're starting with Colony Wars, going into other shops, other events. We do this every single week where we talk a lot of positives about the stuff that's going on. Now, is there stuff that we always have to address that's on a negative? Absolutely, because if we don't address it, it doesn't get fixed. If we could even reach one person that is cheating, that's what we have to do. But what you guys don't see on these streams, usually by me, because I'm focused on what the subjects we're talking about. Which Shockwave, we're still going to go back to your question about that shotgun. I haven't forgotten. The Tokyo Mirror is right up there. We are going to talk about that.
Actually at one point, didn't we?
No, I said we'll get back to it. I didn't actually talk.
Streams ago, we actually talked about it.
What, the Sega or whatever?
Yep.
Oh, I don't remember talking about it. But anyways, we try to help out. Like somebody says, hey, what should I do with this? I spend a lot of my time during the day helping new players get into this sport and get the stuff that they need and explain to them how they go. On the field, it might not seem like it, but I spend a lot of time helping new players understand rules. Like when Papa said, I shot the dude right between the eyes and he tried to make it as a helmet. There's very little that's saying that he's got a helmet. It doesn't count. Sometimes it's really hard in the moment to not be, what? I snapped at the guy. I was like, no, at the end of the game, I went up to say, hey man, there's no such thing as body armor. The only thing that does not count as a hit is a ricochet or if I shot your gun. That's it. Anything else counts. He's like, oh. So we do help out people a lot. I mean, Papa's seen me take on brand new players, had them run with me, teach them how to go. I even have a video where I handed a kid the prototype of the Indio Structable and said, I was dead. I was like, here, try this. And he's like, holy shit. That's amazing. He goes, that thing's got reach. I was like, yep. Because my goal is, like Papa, is to be a teacher. And on the field is a little bit different personality than I am on the screen here. I try to help out as much as possible. I try to keep people honest. And like even the guy that got shot in the back, when I said, hold up, man, you get your hit. Look, the BB's right here in your back. I wasn't saying at the time that you're a fucking cheater. Stop cheating. I said, yo, bro, literally, you got hit. Here's the BB because I'm trying to end these force on force with 0 respawn games. So sometimes you have to address that negative to move on to some positive things. Like we talked about Will's insanely low price on grenades. Shit, it might be worth it just to drive up there yourself and just go buy a whole lot of grenades and buy out.
I'm gonna buy them out just so I can sell them in my store and make money. It's ridiculous.
So there's that. I mean, I have like on Instagram, I got 3 guys asking me to do some loadout videos so they know what to get. And it's like, hey, what are you looking to do? And as most everybody says, I want to be a sniper. I was like, no, you don't. And they go, what? I was like, so my approach about it is to instantly say no. So that way they can listen to the other thing that's there to get that shock value of, wait, what? Why not? Because it's part of sales. You don't want that. Why not? Because let me guess, you saw it because you watched sniper videos on YouTube. Yeah, it looked really awesome. What you don't see is the 45 minutes of sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Or maybe they got set up in that position and now they're doing all these great shots and all that when they're doing it. Where are they shooting at? A lot of times they're shooting at spawn. People are coming out of spawn, not expecting to get shot and to get pegged. There's so much of that stuff that goes on. It's like
the rifle that they're using, or the rifle that they're using, is not the one you buy right off the wall. So when you buy off the wall, completely and utterly gut, and then throw $1,000 of internals in and another $500 of externals on, and then you go play.
Exactly. So, and when we're talking about events too, it's like sometimes we also have to stop the hyperbole of talking about how great an event was, when really it's just like any other. It's just like any other day, any other Milsim or any other game day. There's very few events that I've gone to that have blown my socks off in gameplay over another. One was AMS's Iron Horse 3 at the Guardian Center. That's because I killed 45 people with a knife. That was amazing. Overwatch 6, while it was fun, I had a great time. There was nothing wrong with that event. There was some pretty awesome firefights. I had 3 vehicles on the field, taking out all these players and doing all this cool stuff. There was nothing immensely amazing about it, with the exception of we got to run the battle bus the first time. I got to shoot Papa with throw a grenade when Papa ran and hid inside of a porta potty with the bug that he donated for the battle bug.
First of all, I had to go to the bathroom. We've already discussed it.
That's what he's always going to say. He ran in there. He locked that damn door, and people are like, "Let us in, let us in." He goes, "Fuck you, die."
I would have welcomed you to come and do a DNA sample. I had to use the bathroom, but look, there's and I'll defend you a little on this. In that, your goal has always been from day one has been to uplift the sport. You and I go about it a little bit different. We have my tact is a little bit different than yours. I have some, you have none. That's
I do have someone I need to.
So there's definitely a different approach, but in the end, our goals are the same, which is why we're friends. I can get along with anybody who has a positive goal. That to me, if your whole life is spent tearing others down so that you don't have to climb up, I got nothing for you. Absolutely nothing for you.
And I hope you realize that we've been spending an extraordinary amount of time not mentioning the 2 places that we have problems with on this stream. Because we're not trying to highlight their negatives. We're just trying to focus on correcting it. Even then, what we're starting off with saying is like, hey guys, sometimes you need to police your own people. But when it comes down to like some Milsim events and all that, it's like I love some of TCA's events. What are you shaking your head no about?
You watching the comments
about Overwatch 7?
Mm-hmm.
As I'll address Overwatch 7 in a minute. But like
right now, tentatively mark your calendars for November 13th. That is not for Overwatch 7, though. Mark your calendars tentatively, and it will be announced hopefully by the end of this week, if not next week. It'll be a definitive November 13th. Be in Immokalee. Trust me on this one. Anyway,
North versus South 3.
Yep.
And we'll talk more about that later on as well. But like Homeland 3, we had some hell of a good firefights at Homeland 3 in the rain and everything else. That was a good event until, the rain started just pouring.
I actually enjoyed that piece. I really did. It was kind of neat.
That's the first time you and I had a really good firefight with each other, and that was awesome because I realized I was wrong. I thought Papa shot my gun on the lens protector, and it turns because of the sound that it made, and I thought the lens protector moved. When you watch the video, it was a rain droplet that hit it, but the hit was on my helmet. So it was a complete mistake, and I didn't have to tell him. I just could have kept my mouth shut. I could have edited the video to where you don't hear the tick because every person can do that, even with the basic of video editing skills. But I went up to him and said, by the way, remember when I was behind that tree and we shot at each other? You got me. And he's like, I thought I did. He goes, but you're right. It could have hit the gun. So things like that could have happened. We had an experience at Mayhem Mill 2, as they call it that. So some really positive stuff and some negative stuff. What was the one that we had?
A lot of positive stuff. I loved it. It's a great time. Very hot, but a great time.
Yeah, we had a great time at the event. So when we're talking about tearing down and stuff like that, understand when it comes down to events, something really has to happen that separates them out to make things more awesome. Like at Northern Watch, the only thing that really stood out for me was the video I linked up in that chat. The video that I linked up in there was me at the fuel depot where my team in Faded took out the tank and 2 Humvees before being eliminated, and we still held down that point. So
thank you, Garcia, by the way.
Thank you, Garcia.
Yeah.
So for us, we always want to uplift and try to bring stuff out. And if we have a negative experience, we try to work it out beforehand. Like a lot of times, unless the event promoter does not do anything to address it, we usually don't go blasting an event for something that happened. We had a great. We talk
about we talked about this incident occurred, but we pair it with the good stuff as well. It's not about that. So yeah, no, I just want to agree with you on that.
So like at Wasteland, for most of the day, we were having the role play was fun and everything else. There was not really any good firefights until the very end, when Tiny issued Order 66. I went on a murder spree, and I took out a hell of a lot of people. That was awesome because I must have got like 30 some odd kills and then ran upstairs with nothing but a knife and stabbed dudes with power armor. So it's really cool stuff like that we get a chance to experience. That
apparently Garcia is a short and angry man.
So that's why it's like when people watch this stuff and they go, oh, you didn't like something like this. It's like, look, if there's a reason, it takes a lot for me to vocalize something. Another really good thing that happened was that America 10, where I was in charge of the Panzer division and or Jaegers, the Jaegers. I caused a mass murder of all the civilians in the town.
That's lovely.
But I know, I'm aware. I see the time. All right, so we're gonna wrap.
That's where you wanted to be.
I know. It's
Still didn't talk about the man's shotgun. We'll do that next time.
No, we're gonna do it right now because it's not gonna take long.
You're gonna spend 15 minutes on it.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
So when it comes down to it, it's like you're talking about the what is it? How do you say that name? The Siege? The Siege?
Sega.
Sega. It is a Sega. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking forward to the Sega personally because it's an AK build. I like the AA-12 just because it's a unique build of a shotgun. I hate the weight of that shotgun though. If you guys haven't used it before, that thing is freaking heavy. You're not gonna. Well, I guess some people could, but it weighs as much as Big Bertha, my LMG, running that thing around. Reichland Siege. Oh, that was Wiener, one of Wiener's favorite ones. Which, screw you, Wiener. I couldn't go to the second one. So what do you think about that shotgun? Or you're not really a shotgun person, right, Papa?
I know. I don't. I actually, God, I wish airsoft shotguns were more like shotguns. I was actually working on a shell for the .68 caliber double barrel that I have. I wish they fired more like shotguns instead of, like the tri-shot, things like that. I wish they fired more like how what's it called, the grenade launchers fire. But I'm not a fan of this gun. Again, I don't care for AKs. So I most certainly don't care for this.
All right, so I do have one question because I really don't want to take long on this. Is that a gearbox in the actual? Do you see this?
Let me see. Give me a second while I expand the window.
Hold on, I'll. Oh shit!
Those gas mags? Is that what they are?
The BBs are directly from the box magazine, which is where the gas tank is also located. Still,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the gas mag. So even worse now.
Ooh.
This is actually designed. Nah, definitely not. I somebody's gonna buy it. There's gonna be plenty of guys that buy it. They're gonna do stuff like that and make it look sexy. But bottom line, not my cup of tea. Just not. I mean,
Magazine capacity is only 54 rounds.
Well, but 54
Wow.
rounds is gonna get you.
18
that's
times.
12,
18 shot.
18. Yeah. So now, I this is what I will give. The fact that it's a new gun, somebody bringing something new out, absolutely. I'm all about that, but I don't care for this gun. That I have no idea performance of it or anything. I don't care for the look. I would never own it. Mishka will own 2.
Of course, because it's gas blowback.
No, because it's AK.
Oh, yeah. So that's pretty much my stance on it. I'm really not. It's a semi-auto shotgun. Personally, if I was to get anything, I would be getting the AA-12
Yep.
with the drum mag because it's going to have no Slava Russia. So that's the stance on it. I mean, honestly, if somebody puts one in my hands and gives me one for free, I would not turn it down. But as for me going out and buying one, not going to happen.
Yeah, I would sell it and buy an AA-12.
No, if somebody actually, it's the rule that I have that if somebody gives me a gun to do, I'm going to hold on to it unless it's intentionally supposed to be given out after I get done using it. Then, do you have any experience on the AA-12?
No, nothing personal. I've looked them up. They're not easy because they're not traditional. That's the biggest problem with them. There's several non-traditional airsoft. I mean, V2s and V3s are the most common and they're easy to work on. LMGs again, V7s easier to work on if you spent any time with them. But when you start getting into even MP5s, for example, working on an MP5, you have to take the entire gun apart just to get to the gearbox. It's not about just dropping something down. Everything has to come off in order to get inside the gearbox, and it's a V2 gearbox. So there are some guns that are one-offs, and the AA-12 is definitely one of them, and that's what makes it a pain in the butt to work on.
Yeah, well, I don't know about if there's 3 gearboxes or not. I'd imagine there probably is not 3 gearboxes. There's definitely 3 barrels, and it's been 3 different hop-ups. So
yeah, 3 adjustable hop-ups, 3 barrels.
All right, because we gotta wrap this up because I gotta start packing for my trip tomorrow, which means actually packing my suitcases. We're gonna go into what we're gonna end this with. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, we're gonna end with Colony Wars, talking about that a little bit more. Guys, if you're in the area, which I don't think, hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't think anybody's on right now that's from the area. So this is gonna be for future people that come back and watch the stream. Go ahead and sign up for Blue Team. Go to blackops-airsoft.com, blackops-airsoft.com, blackops-airsoft.com. www.blackops-airsoft.com. blackops-airsoft.com.
Black-airsoft.com.
Come on, go ahead and get your tickets for the Blue Colony. That's where Papa and I will be running with a couple of the other guys from Team Screech Dragon. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Braxton's going to be able to make it. Told you he wasn't coming back for the stream. We're definitely going to have some brisket. Papa is bringing limited amounts of barrels up there for the event. So if you
get there early if you want grenades, because I'll be buying them all out.
You buy them all out, set up your table. They're more expensive.
And then I'll tell you, I'm buying them all for $6 and I'm selling them for $8.
Rob Wiener is going from for Punisher Airsoft or Punisher Milson, one of the two. I think it's Punisher. Team Punisher. Huh?
Team Punisher.
Team Punisher, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry. So Rob's definitely going to go up there. We got to pick his butt up on Friday night. Bring some home for us. It's a 30-hour event. You actually have a chance to sleep out on the field, and there's shenanigans going to be afoot. The gun truck will be up there. We're going to be having a good time with Papa, myself. Christian and Marley are coming up from DEO as well. So 3 teams from South Florida going. Dead End Outfitters, Team Punisher, and Screech Dragon. Team Punisher Milson. See, I knew Milson was in the name. So we're going to have a great time with it. I look forward to meeting everybody that's going to be out there. Any final thoughts there, Papa?
Again, November 13th, put it on your calendars, guys. And if you need any, if you're looking for any and all airsoft stuff, find us deadendoutfitters.net. Come on by the shop here in Cape Coral, 860 Southeast 46th Lane. Come on by the shop.
Shit, there is something I need to mention. Go ahead, keep going.
You just can't let me get the last word in, huh?
No, I totally forgot this was something I really wanted to do. Forgot about it because I did not write it down and be organized.
Any of you guys looking for any upgrades? Let me tell you, and I'm starting to get to the point where I'm saying this. Your number one upgrade, best bang for your buck, come get a D-Hop barrel.
It will definitely give you guys the range that you're looking for that you haven't had before. That's one of the things that I'll say over anything else. All right, so the thing I wanted to say, and this is the help that we got from the community. We're going to be doing a couple of videos put together of like the top 5, top 10, top 10 fields in an area. For instance, we want to start off with Florida because that's where we're at, right? We're here in Florida, so we want to go down. So we want to hear from you guys. Tell us, what is your top 5 fields in the state of Florida? Tell us your pros and cons and all that. Because we are going to come up with our own list, and then we're going to balance it out with what the players want as well. Check out Players Wanted Airsoft on Facebook for the polls, because we're going to be putting that up so we can start gathering some player feedback. What is your top 5 event hosts that put on events for national and regional? So 2 different categories. And the reason why we have to have 2 different categories is because there's sometimes small event hosts could run an awesome game, but they can't compete with somebody that can rent out the Guardian Center, for example. Rob Reeder says, "Don't forget the O-rings."
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out
all right. So those are the ones that are right now top 5 fields in Florida, top event hosts, and top indoor arenas. Because some of these might actually be a list that I have to go to, because before we put them up there, we have to experience them for ourselves. So we're going to go through and do pretty much top 5s and go from there. There's got to be some fun feedback. So that's our stream for tonight. We're actually not going to be at 3 hours because we're going to be 5 minutes short. I am Joker from Players Wanted. With me is the man, the myth, the legend of the shortest statute but biggest heart, Greg Paparazzi from Dead End Outfitters. Until we see you next time on the field, good night. Unless Greg has something else to say.
No, I'm out.